planet Cybertron, and now its residents shall witness its dismemberment. Rise, my podcast. Serve your new master well. All hail Unicron.
I just took a hefty shot of Applejack. Whoa! Good evening, dear listeners. You are listening to All Hail Unicron, episode 63.1.5. This is the third attempt at recording the show. The first one, we did 3 hours. Oscar left.
Awful.
It's 1 in the morning right now.
Oscar cried. It was crazy.
It was so good. It was
I've
bad.
never seen a man his age break down into tears quite like that.
We started recording again. Rich had to stop to pre-order, to get in on some pre-orders. We had to stop. Now we're starting again. It's 1 in the morning. We're exhausted. We're going to do our best. Actually, no, it's really late, though. It's my fault. And Oscar's not here, unfortunately. He hurt his arm jerking off, which is probably true. I'll tell you, I hurt my arm in the same spot once, and I went to dinner with a bunch of doctors and lawyers, like surgeons. And I was just like, oh, like my arm was seizing up, my fucking behind my scapula going into my trap, and my neck was all fucking hurting. And I couldn't release my arm. And the doctor was like, you probably tweaked it jerking off. And I was just like, maybe. I'm not going to lie. Maybe. But, yeah.
Did he tell you to take 2 Tylenol and switch arms?
No. Sad. Tylenol doesn't work for that stuff. Advil does. Aleve works. Tylenol is not an anti-inflammatory. And I always avoided Tylenol because I said that it's really bad. It damages your liver. And no one ever said that Advil damages your colon. Mm-hmm. You know, I heard Aleve did and your stomach. But I didn't know that Advil can fuck your colon up over time if you take too much of it and you drink alcohol and you live a stressful life and you don't exercise enough. So I was ticking time bomb, you know, to fuck my colon up. And I did. But I'm healing, which is really good, by the way. I'm definitely in way better shape than I was this time last year.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, no. Oh, man. The doctor had said that it can heal. I'm young enough that it can heal. And I have to be healing because it used to be like after I got out of the hospital every week, I would have like a flare up where I was taking my temperature, and if I was going to if I had a fever, I'm going to the hospital. That never happened. But then it became like every 2 weeks, then every 3 weeks, and then every month. And it was like that for quite a while, where it was just like I thought I was out of the woods, and then like a flare up would floor me. And now a flare up once every 3 months, which is really just kind of some pain that doesn't really get bad. So I'm obviously on the upward trend, which is great.
Excellent.
Thank you. And this is the 10th anniversary, not today specifically. 4 days ago marks the event that triggered me going into business for myself, the 10-year anniversary of it. Huh. You know, it was this time last year is this period of time from like March to I guess May, when I transitioned from working for someone to start my own business. So it feels like quite an accomplishment. Like I knew about the 10-year mark, and I was so concerned I wouldn't make it. I was looking forward to making it, and I'm very happy that I made it. You know, knock on wood. But yeah, it was ironically a car accident that triggered the events for me to go out and go into business on my own. But that could be another story.
Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. So I am Robert D. Tolf, as I've said a few times already. With me we have the one, the only, Justin T2RX Aloysius 6.
That's me.
And sitting next to him cordially, playing many multiplayer online games together, yet neither has played Helldivers 2. Nope. I think they're afraid of it. We have Rich, the pre-order himself.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, we are all here, all three of us, and Masturbation Oscar is out.
He's with us in spirit, though.
Yes. Speaking of not being in hand, what's the opposite? Getting things in hand. What did you get this week, Justin?
Okay, so I had an X-Trans drop, which made me feel all kinds of dirty. I got my punch counter punch. I got punch counter punch. I feel like, okay, how long it took this guy to come out, and then like it's like they got to the arms and stuff, and they're like, yeah, I think this is gonna have to do. We don't have any more money for this. You know?
Wow.
And it's like, so like the fists like rotate out, but they don't lock in any meaningful way. So it's like you put a gun in his hand and then his like wrist flops down. I'm like, come on. Like you couldn't even have made it to like rotate the arm like 180. So like the panel that rotates down is now at the top at least. So gravity is holding it closed. Like, I don't know. And then he's got weird elbows and go ahead.
I just don't understand what you're like. Why they're built like this? Because
I don't know.
It's an all-in-one operation.
Yeah, and like for the most part, I was like, he's pretty good, except for those little flaws. And then like the faceplate, like you just pull the face forward and turn it around, and then push it back forward, and it's against the back of his head in the other robot mode. And it's like, why didn't they paint black on the back of the face so it doesn't look like just this white spot on the back of his head? It doesn't make sense. So I did that, and it looks much better. So like, I don't know. It just feels like they're like, well, you know, we spent enough time and money on this thing. Good enough. So then I also got their Run Amok and Runabout, and I believe it's Run Amok is the white one. I always forget.
Fast and Fury.
Yeah, Fast and Fury. Run Amok is pretty fantastic. He suffers from the X-Transbot's normal thing where like some things are like ridiculously tight and other things are ridiculously not. But he transforms fine. Everything pegs in together fine. And like, I'm like, okay, he's cool. Feet are a little bit weird. And again, it's like one of those things where I'm like, yeah, this'll do. And for the most part, in this case, it does do. And then there's the other one, and Runabout is weird, and like things peg in, and there's these like little tiny pegs that don't work, and it's like 90% of this bot is the same as the other one. Like, why does this not work nearly as well? You know, like I get that there's geometry differences for the vehicle, and it's like it makes no sense what they did. So he has trouble pegging together and stuff, and like I'm like it's the X-Transbots dichotomy, right? Like Run Amok was fantastic, Runabout needs help, and that's like two X-Transbots releases. One's great and one's kind of not so great. So
Bobby mentioned that, because I didn't get my hands on those figures. Bobby mentioned that it's like you have like a hole in the other one's chest. And it's just to accommodate the fucking steering wheel in alt mode.
Yep, yeah, and like totally doesn't need to be there, because like you open the door to the car, and then you have to open the door to the faux chest. It's like, then why'd you even put it in there? Like, it doesn't make sense what they decided to do. Like they, in no point was I'm like, oh, these cars need steering wheels, right? Like, no, like I don't give a shit if they're there or not. Like. Yeah, so I don't know. Compromise things for the alt mode, and it's weird. I don't know what X-Transbots is doing, and I don't think they know what they're doing half the time.
I don't get it. Like, if you were Keith, wouldn't you like check out the toy and transform it? Do you think he doesn't?
I don't know. And if you look at it, like the way things all peg together, the backpack like pegs to the front, like if you don't have things lined up just perfectly, like it doesn't clip in together at all, and like it's not good the way it works. And I've heard that it's easily broken, you know, like that there's a bunch of people who have theirs and they're just flat out broken. So
wow.
Yeah, I don't know, like the tabs can break off, and like that's that once the tab's broken. So I don't know, but X-Transbot story, they're the only ones who've done it, so it's best by default, right? So
no, but I mean, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just like punch, counter punch. What was the other one again? What was the other one you got?
The Runabout and Run Amok.
Runabout, Run Amok. I mean, do you have any pull towards these characters, or is it just to know that the season is complete?
So Runabout and Run Amok I like, because I've always liked the Decepticon vehicles. You know, that goes for Motormaster and the Stunticons, and I like Runabout and Runamuck. I don't know, something about them do it for me, and I like Punch Counter Punch. Like, I don't. If it was anything else, like if they're like, we're making X-Transbots Octo Punch, I'm like, yeah, well, the X-Transbots can Octo Punch their way out of my life, you know? Like, I do not need that. And so, I don't know. And it's weird because, like, the Omnibots, I'm like, I liked the Omnibots, you know?
Omnibots, too. Jesus.
Yeah, but, like, from what I understand, the one they've released is not very good. And I'm like, well, cancel that pre-order, you know? So...
Oh.
Yeah, Bobby's the foot broke on his, and then even Deluxe was saying how bad the ankles and feet are on the Overdrive, I think.
Yeah, and I don't want to pay, what is it, like $110 to get a figure that is going to just break. You know, like, no thank you. So, yeah, I don't know. I still have X-Transbots Minerva on pre-order, and I'm like, I'm probably going to regret this. I just feel like I'm going to regret this, but I don't know. I like Minerva, and I like Porsche, so I don't know. So I got them. I got the New Age Sea Spray and the red and blue one, which took me forever to figure out what it was, but apparently it's another set of GoBots mini-bots.
Oh, God, did your nipples poke out of your shirt like rip little holes? No, they ripped giant holes.
Because it's not the GoBots that I want, although I do want a Rescue. Which like is a white
whole
hubcap.
Pepperoni ends.
Yes,
ripped out of your turtleneck.
Exactly.
Big turtleneck sweater.
For sure. So, yeah, go ahead and New Age. Go ahead and make that Rescue version of the bump or the Cliff Jumper mold. I'm here for it. Yeah, Sea Spray is awesome. I still haven't opened the other one. I still kind of wish that I got a 2-pack of 2 different mini-bots or 2 versions of Sea Spray I care about. Like, I kind of don't really care about the GoBot one, but...
I'm shocked. I'm disappointed in you.
Well, I want legitimate GoBots, legitimate GoBot Legends is what I want. This is not what I'm looking for.
You put them on your playset anyway. Come on. Vroom, vroom.
I probably will. I mean, it's fair.
For now. Now you've got stand-ins. Now you have stand-in
maybe
GoBots.
I even just use this playset as a Legends playset and say, fuck the GoBots. I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
Now you are a true nerd. You are using stand-ins for your GoBots.
Uh-huh. I know, right? So.
Oh, boy. Anything else?
And then the last thing I got this week, Robert D. sent me a inflatable doll repair kit. In the mail.
Oh really, man! What if you made that the image for the show?
Please
send it to me, Robert, and I will.
I'll send it back. You send it to me. I'll send it back to you.
All right. I mean, I could send the package. I have a picture of the package. I got a picture of my package. You know what I mean?
He's gonna post a picture of his package.
That's right. I can send that. But really, what I got is that Robert, being the crazy person he is, bought multiple of the fans' toys. What's the name of this one? I don't know.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor. Is this Scourge again?
Yes.
Just like the throttle or what are they called? Battle Chargers. Is that what they are? I don't know. Just like Runabout and Runamuck, I always forget which one is Scourge and which one is Cyclonus. But yeah, I got the Fans Toys Scourge Clonus. Because apparently I'm the only one who didn't have one, and Robert has like 12. So, I bought it from him.
I have 2. I got 2 by accident. And I don't need 2. So, yeah.
I haven't opened them yet. I'm saving it for a rainy day when I'm like, oh, everything sucks. Let's open something fun.
So, you mean you do that?
No, I don't, but I'll open it later.
Yes.
So,
everything sucks.
Yeah, well, if I'm honest with you, I opened up like the X-Trans drops, and I opened Punch Counter Punch, and then I was like, oh, that was no fun to transform this. I'm done for today. I'm like, we'll come back and look at the other ones tomorrow. And then I opened up Run Amok, and I was like, oh, he's pretty good. I'm like, all right. And like later that night, I'm like, I'm gonna open Runabout, and then like I was sitting here at my desk, I'm like, nope. It was like 10 o'clock. I'm like, I'm done. We're putting him down, and maybe we'll look at him tomorrow because I'm not dealing with this anymore. So yeah, that's what I got.
Better.
That's what
shit! I got. This is broken. I think this is broken.
What's broken?
You'll see. I'll tell you when we get there.
Oh, I'm sure you're just gonna send it to me. I get it.
No, I'm gonna send it to Bobby. Actually, I'm not gonna tell him that it's broken.
Nice.
That's what I'm gonna do. Fuck him. That's everything you got?
That's everything I got.
All right, Rich. What did you get this week?
Well, I'll start off with my X Transbots of the week purchase to go along with Justin's. I got the X Transbots Perceptor. I don't remember what his real name is.
Really? Jansen?
So, Jansen, yeah.
Why'd you get Jansen?
So Big Bad had him on, like, you know how they do their daily deals? They had him on there, and he was 90-something or 90.
Yeah,
and I was like, all right.
Fans toys?
I do. I have both the fans toys.
The fans toys.
I kind of like Perceptor. I always liked him as a kid, and I don't know. I was like, I'll check him out. I dig the minifigs he comes with, and there's something about him that's a little more cartoony than the fans toys. So yeah, I got him, and I haven't transformed him. He feels like a premium X Transbots release, if that makes sense. Like he feels like an X Transbots where they put a little more effort in.
Oh yeah.
Said,
he's a good X Transbots release.
He is a good X Transbots release. I haven't transformed him, but he feels very, very solid. He's a little thick, like chest to back. He's a thick boy. His joints. So he has nice ratchets, and they're different types of ratchets where it kind of makes sense. It's like, all right, he's got, I think he's got a hip ratchet, and he's got, is he sitting around here? Let's take him upstairs. Everything feels pretty good until you get to his elbows. And it's like his elbow is a single pin, and it doesn't feel super tight. And then his forearm or his bicep swivel is loose. And it's like, it's like you have like your brand new Lamborghini, and you bought the high performance tires, but then you put the shitty rusted rims on it. So you got like the really nice, tires on the shitty rims, and I don't know. It's really weird to feel him, and you're like, okay. And then you get to his elbows, and you're like, oh, okay. It's, one feels looser than the other, and it's not like you can get in there and easily tighten it. I don't know. It's not terrible. It doesn't completely flop around, but it's just disappointing. If they had done that, I'd have been like, okay, this robot mode is awesome.
Also, the X Transbots book is just disappointing.
You know what? The only explanation is Keith uses his factory. I fully believe that Keith does this as a labor of love, just like Fans Toys does. I really don't see like a consistent profit being made by these third-party companies. The ones that stay afloat reinvest into their business. The ones that act like they've hit it rich disappear. We've seen them. They disappear, like Make Toys, whatever. But so look, he obviously has a profitable factory, right? Who knows what he makes? And he probably allots time in his calendar to do his passion projects. So if there's some issue like this, he probably doesn't have his own time available to correct it. He's probably going to lose a tremendous amount of money if he delays release, because it'll screw up his whole calendar with his projects and the next release that was supposed to get worked on. That's probably why he cuts corners.
Yeah.
But here's what I don't understand about that. You're probably right. And I'm sure that when they're looking at figures, there's like a checklist. You know how it's like everybody started doing ab crunch, and it's like, all right, fine, we got to put an ab crunch in here. And then everybody started doing ratchets for shoulders and hips. Mm-hmm. It's like, all right, we got to put ratchets in here. But what I don't get, though, I get that part, and I get cutting corners. But what I don't get with X Transbots is, like Fans Toys, for example. What did they do with Perceptor 2.0? They're two different molds, right? Perceptor 1.0 or whatever they called him, and 2.0, two different molds. Have they done any repaints of those? No. Will they do a reissue at some point? Maybe. At least a V2. It might be a few years, but they might. But what does X Transbots do? They're like, all right, here's punch counter punch. And what repaint possibilities are there? There's really none, but X-Transbot's is like, here's 5 repaints. This one's based off of some red, yellow.
Do you like sports cars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what they do, right? They're like, if there's a G2 version, they'll immediately do a G2. They'll be like, here's the G2's coming. And then like, look what they do with the combiners. They're like, here's the cartoon one. Here's what they call the youth version, which is like the toy accurate. And then here's a G2 if there's a G2. So I feel like in that case, even with Perceptor, they could have gone, all right, let's make a knock it out of the park figure design wise. And then we'll make extra money on all these repaints. Because obviously these random repaints are working, or they would have stopped it a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, that's where, you've got something there because, like, Bobby does a pod with one of the designers for MMC.
Yeah.
Right? And he's talked about this, that money isn't made until the repaint occurs.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they start making a profit.
I mean, that's the Hasbro model, right?
But then again, I mean, but that's MMC doesn't own their own factories and have their own employees and all that shit. Keith does.
Yeah. I just don't get it. I mean, there's 3 easy repaints of 3 total repaints.
Well,
of
Shattered
Perceptor.
Glass.
There's a 4th. I mean, you've got Perceptor, you've got a toy Perceptor with the different face and everything, and the decals done as tampos, and then they could easily do Magnificus, the black one,
right?
That from the Diaclone. That one also has the toy face. That's 3 right there. And then they could have figured out a Shattered Glass. I'm sure there's a Shattered Glass-esque theme out there they could pick, and then they could probably pick some other.
Wasn't there a white one at some point? Is that the Shattered Glass?
I'm not sure on Perceptor. I don't recall a white one. Oh, you know who did one? Who did the one that didn't transform? Was that they called it like Scorpius or something?
Was it MMC or Master? Was it Make Toys or something?
It might have been X-Transbots back in the day, or KFC. You know what I'm talking about? They did a Perceptor, and then they did like a Soundwave, and they didn't. What are those?
Maybe I'm thinking Soundwave.
They even did like a Shockwave out of it. They like shoehorned a Shockwave.
Just like
that figure back in the day.
What is like
Mugen Scope.
Mugen Scope.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
What was that? What was Mugen Scope? Right.
It's KFC. It's KFC's, and I think it did transform.
Mugen Scope.
But then they
all about that thing.
Yeah, didn't they redo it like a bunch of different like shoehorn versions? It did transform, but it was kind of like.
I think they had like Scalpel from the movie and all that stuff.
Oh, that's the white one, Robert. Yeah, they could do a Scalpel, in the Scalpel colors.
At this point.
Yeah, they did do a white one. There it is.
Third party could address the original iterations of third party figures. Like you could have a new Make Toys giant done by like Cang Toys. And it's like giant. It looks all fucked up, but it's really solid and really articulated and well painted.
Yeah.
And it's not a knockoff. They're just like, they're treating that like the character that they're going to do a third party figure based on. Oh, Mugen Scope. Yes. Oh,
are you looking him up?
No.
Yeah. They did a blaster from Mugen Scope. They did a Shockwave. Like, come on now.
Oh boy.
So,
wait,
I don't know.
So you were just morbidly curious, or you're a Perceptor collector? What is it?
I'm not really a Perceptor collector, but
you
I
are now.
like him. I had him as a kid. He's one of the few I had.
Do you have the Magic Square?
I do. Yes, I do. The Legends one.
Yeah, that's a beautiful
it is
Perceptor.
And I'll keep him, and then if New Age does one, I'll probably still keep the Magic Square just because I like him.
You're a Perceptor collector. Look at you.
Oh, he's pretty cool.
Couldn't say Prime.
Terrible doctor.
A bunch of garbage collectors could put fucking Ultra Magnus back together. But this fancy scientist
I never
say
stopped
Prime.
to think about that. That's amazing.
Like Prime just got stabbed. Ultra Magnus got ripped to fucking pieces. And I think he exploded too.
He did.
Yeah. Prime Prime got like shoved with it. He got just shivved, you know?
Yeah.
and
the
Giuseppe's
cast
like,
of
fuck him.
And the cast of Hoarders put him back together.
It's pretty amazing.
And he had the fucking matrix of leadership in him. I'm telling you, I got something. You know what they should have done? I brought this up before. What they should have done, and it is in the story without being told. Why is Energon important? Energon gives them their energy, obviously, but the more Energon you have, the more powerful you are. That's why when Transformers are really, really weak, right? At the beginning of season 3, was it? The Decepticons were all fucking weak, and like their blaster shots are just bouncing off the Autobots, or if a brand new Transformers born, blasters just bounce off them. It's because they're just infused with Energon. And the less Energon you have, the weaker you are. You know, and you need more Energon if you mass shift and stuff. And I think that's what they could have said made the Matrix of Leadership so special. It's an infinite source of Energon. They never went that route. They really could have. It would have been really interesting in my book.
It's like Transformer PCP.
Yeah.
They're all jacked up on it, can't feel pain. And
yeah, you know, and that's why you could destroy Unicron with it. And that has to be trusted with the most wise person, the most wise leader, because he will not use it as a weapon of mass destruction. You know, he certainly wouldn't share it with anybody, though. Fuck everybody else, right? Yeah. But anyway, we digress. What else did you get, Rich?
So a friend of mine, my buddy Chris, gave me. No, I didn't pre-order this.
Friends.
Well, that's true. My pseudo friend that doesn't exist, according to Robert. Chris, he gave me the Pengu Toys Omega Sentinel, the blue and gray.
Oh, wow.
Legends. Yeah. And he also gave me the Hiss Trooper 3-pack to go with my HasLab Hiss.
Nice.
That's a really nice set. And you know, the Sentinel Prime, or the Omega Sentinel, I'm not sure. Is the Pengu Toys just an undersized KO of DX9 Gabriel?
Yes. That's Gabriel downsized. It's pretty amazing.
It's pretty impressive. Like, I got him, and, you know, I have the New Age Omega, which is an impressive figure. And I do like the Omega Sentinel colors a lot. Like, I have the Fans Toys Omega Sentinel. That's a big boy, too. But it looks so good.
You know that's a disappointing purchase, though. He collects the dust. You don't want him on your shelf. He holds your litter scoop, and you know it.
There, he is the litter scoop. Have you seen his claw? He can pick up a turd or a clump of pee. But it is a pretty figure. And I think there's a place for obscure recolors, like Hauler, who's literally just there for a split second and more than meets the eye. Mm-hmm. And he's literally like a Constructicon green Grapple, and Grapple wasn't even in the show until G2, until season 2. So, you know, it's like people have done Hauler, like MMC and
Pengu Toys is plastic. It's very unique, and it reminds me. Yeah, that reminds me. That's Magic Square's plastic.
It doesn't feel like Magic Square.
It's that chalky vinyl. You know, where you're like, this is good plastic, but I can see how it's not the same as my other figures.
I see. This feels pretty. This doesn't feel like Magic Square to me.
Interesting. Is that painted?
Yeah, he's got paint on him. Silver, blue, red.
Because I don't remember the Omega being painted. I have the Pengu somewhere. I don't recall it feeling painted.
Yeah, it comes with a dark gray and blue painted face and a second face, and it's got LEDs. It's a pretty good transformation too. I was pretty impressed with the base mode, how it folds together, and the feet have little panels that, you know, the feet make the big middle sections of
I just
the
don't
track.
get it. What they did, they downsized a ginormous figure. Why can't they upsize one of these Legends Ironhides?
Yeah, well, don't worry. We got plenty of Ironhides coming now for MP.
Yeah. All right.
More on that later.
What else did you get?
So I also got the TFCon LA exclusives. So those are the 2 cassettes, Harmony and Melody.
Very nice.
I'm glad to see you exploring your feminine side.
Yeah. You know, Got to get in touch.
Pick up chicks with them?
Or
Was your girlfriend like, hey, Rich, what are you doing with those figures? You talking to girls?
No,
You're like, not.
Yeah.
He's
Duh.
like, not girls.
trans fans.
You're talking to trans fans.
Trans fans.
So you got the 2 gay cassettes. What else did you get?
The 2 gay cassettes, and then Wingman, which is the jet.
Doesn't that transform into a big maxi pad?
Only after you use it.
And he shoots a tampon torpedo.
No, funny story though. So I opened him. I had to order him. I didn't go to LA. My buddy Ryan did. He picked up the cassettes for me. So thanks to him for those. He also picked up some autographs for me.
Yeah, but I know where he stored the cassettes.
Oh, you know it. You know it. He knows it. I know it.
Wait, what's Wingman? That shitty, stupid. That you got Wingman? That European guy?
Yeah. I got the one from Florida, and those two kind of go together.
Oh God,
can't remember his real name. But funny you say that about shooting missiles or shooting
tampons,
maxi pads, tampons. Mine didn't come with the missiles. I had to order it from Chosen Prime, and they put the orders live. And I just got him and opened him. No missiles.
So you bought 2?
No, I just bought one.
Okay, but there's no missiles.
There's no missiles. Now I messaged Chosen Prime, and they're like, "All right, take a picture of everything that's there," which cracks me up.
Take a picture of what you didn't get.
Right. It's like, okay, let me just put these off to the side. If I was trying to hustle, I could be like, okay, yeah, see, here's a picture that shows no missiles. Like, okay. I don't know if they're like, hey, take a picture of everything that came with, and we can send that to the vendor, which of course is fans' hobby, and they can go, yeah, he got everything but the missiles. Maybe they just want to be thorough, because I even told him, I said I watched an unboxing. TM Reviews did an unboxing, so I was able to look and make sure, is there anything else missing in here? So, I don't know. I'm sure they'll take care of it.
You think there's a guy in a factory with an extra set of missiles, and he's like, I know I counted. Why the fuck do I have an extra pair of missiles here?
Probably.
He's like walking around with them and is like in his apron for like the next 2 weeks. Like, I'm not gonna throw these out. I'm gonna keep my hands on these, and then they're gonna get an email. The missiles. Someone didn't get his missiles. I fucking knew it.
If it doesn't go down like that, I'll be disappointed.
So that's figure Wingman. He's white with a red streak.
Yeah, and he has like this little string that hangs off of him.
No, that's the missile. That's the blast effect.
The blast effect.
It expands when it expands upon puncturing.
I'm just absorbing this whole thing. So
we are so far off the rails already. We haven't even got through all of the. What'd you get?
Absorbent. It's a very absorbent missile. He Sea Spray's Bane. His missile was made just to take Sea Spray's element out of the equation.
Very porous. I can feel it tugging at me.
Hey, what do elephants use as tampons?
I don't know. What do elephants use as tampons?
Sheep. Why do elephants have such long noses?
I don't know. Why do elephants have such long noses?
Because sheep don't come with string. All right. What else did you get pre-order?
That's it. What did you get, Robert?
Oh, thank you for asking. Let's see. First and foremost, I got that Cang Toys triple changing. Do you know what it's called? It's the triple change. It goes from a car to a jet to a Jaguar. Let me see if I can get the name of it. No one really knows the name. It's very confusing to people, and I don't even see it here. I don't even know where I got it from. I think I got it from Hanny, actually, so I don't have it here. I don't know if I can look it up. It transforms from a car, a really nice-looking car, to a pretty nice-looking jet with, mess underneath, but the silhouette is solid. The mess underneath is a nice jet silhouette. It's only when you look directly at it underneath that the fantasy's broken and you can see all the stuff that's there. But from the side, it still looks nice.
I mean, that's a lot of figures, though, right?
Right. Well, a lot of them look like shit from the side too. Like you could just see someone's dead grandmother in a wheelchair hanging underneath the fucking airplane. You know?
Yeah.
This
I meant the
looks
underside.
This looks like This looks, yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of them look like shit from the side, even though this looks good from the top and the side. Underneath, it doesn't look terrible. It's just not hiding the fact that these are robot parts that are mushed together to form the shape it needs to have a good silhouette. You know? So I was really interested in this figure. Haven't seen any reviews. And yeah, MGO did not review it. Thanks a lot for that one. So I was at work. It was quiet. It was like 2 p.m. I opened it up, put the car in front of me, took some pictures, sent them to you. And I'm like, this is my time. I can do this now. I don't have to do work. I can fucking play with this figure. Why not? And then I said, dare I say, why not? I became my own MGO. But I sat there staring at the car, just moving it around. And I looked at the instructions, and it's like a book. And I became extremely intimidated. And I just said, you know what? I have a bad feeling about this. Fuck this. And I put it back in a box, and I shipped it to Bobby. And I really hope he breaks it. And then later on, I watched videos like Jobby did like a live stream, 3 hours long. I didn't watch the whole thing. He spent the first 45 minutes at least working himself up to transform it because he was so intimidated, you know, because the car looks so nice. And then lo and behold, our very own Matthew Deluxe Baldwin did a review of it. And it was a short review, which was nice, but, you know, because he does the transformation without talking you through the steps, which I appreciate. But no, he said it was a bitch to transform. And it wasn't fun, and it's the kind of toy that he'll never transform again. So I'm just like, if I get this thing back, it might just stay in plain in car mode. The problem is I'd rather have it in jet mode, you know, but it looks best in plain mode and car mode. But I'm kind of disappointed to hear that. I know the Jaguar mode's kind of weak. Like if you're going to have an animal in today's day and age, that should, you know, you need to figure out a way to make it well articulated. You know, it can't just be like a stick with a couple bits that move around. And I guess it's impossible to do, but why'd you make it into a fucking Jaguar, stupid? You could have made it into anything. You made up the character. You know, it didn't have to be an animal. It could have been a boat. Who cares? Could have been anything. It didn't have to have articulation.
Looks like his name is Hunt Pow.
Hunt Pow. You think they meant Hunt Paw? Hunt Pow. Hunt Pow. What do you call the animal's hands? A pow.
I will say, like, so looking at pictures again of him, the car mode looks great. The jet mode looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And I'll call it robot mode, the Jaguar mode or whatever. I mean, it looks like, you know, like when you look at Sideswipe or Jazz, they have parts of the car hanging off of him.
Right.
And that's kind of what the Beast mode looks like.
No. I would even accept that. But his entire body is just chunks of like pieces of car going from snout to ass. Like it's just like they're just like, yeah, it's his body. And it's just like beams of plastic from the different parts of the modes, you know? And then he has like fucking fenders for shoulders, and it does not look good.
So I'm telling you what's going to happen here is you're going to get a triple changing Soundwave. He's going to triple change from the Ultra Magnus car carrier truck, so you can put the car on it. Okay. And then he's going to be an aircraft carrier.
Yes.
So you can put the jet on it.
And a cage.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there you go. So
third mode is the cage. And where do they put all the parts?
Just the cage.
It's like the cleanest cage there is. And you have no idea where all the parts went. And they just call it Soundwave. They call it like Soundwave.
Yeah.
With Hunt Pow. I like you. I like the way you think. Mm-hmm. All right, so I got that. I sent it to Bobby immediately. Just fucking immediately. There's something else I sent that I accidentally got doubles of that I can't recall. I sent to Bobby. I can't remember. I got in Magic Square Ironhide. I have them in front of me. And this is the first Magic Square figure I've seen that's covered in paint. The whole thing's covered in this like cherry apple paint, like a candied apple. I mean, it's really not. The chest is very sparkly blue. I don't know if that's a sticker or a paint because it is extremely sparkly. It's one of the sparkliest paint apps I've ever seen, which is weird. Even the grays, I could tell it's painted because there's a couple of tiny bits that aren't like behind his legs that are dull and unpainted. So that's pretty impressive. The articulation is pretty nice. Although for some reason, Magic Square does this a lot. Figures don't have any backward leg movement. I don't understand why. Like if you have a solid ass plate, why can't you put a cut in it? I don't get it, man. What's the price of a little pin joint for a flap? Like maybe I'm being ignorant, but I'm sick of them not having, backwards. Because why are you having an ab crunch? People aren't only doing Iron Man landings; they're also doing crotch thrusts. And if you have an ab crunch, your legs need to be able to go backwards, and you need upward toe tilt to do the pose right. And he doesn't have any upward toe tilt. He doesn't have any backward leg motion. So why do you have an ab crunch? It's a waste. No pun intended. But he looks pretty good. I mean, overall the paint's gorgeous. The sculpt is very nice. That's the thing. This is better than everything else I've seen, MP, and even the stuff that's coming out. Except his face. Like his face is actually really nicely sculpted. He even has the lines, like the tear lines going down to his chin. Everything's sharp except he's got kind of fat lips, and I hate that. It's very Tesla 1.0, and he's kind of smiling, which I also don't want on my Ironhide. My Ironhide's grumpy. He's not like happy that pizza's on the way, I'll take a picture of the face for you so you can see what I'm talking about.
So is this the second? Didn't Magic Square do?
No, they never did Ironhide before.
Oh.
That was New Age. New Age did too.
Oh, New Age did too. So is this better than the second New Age?
No. I would say no. I would say no. No, to be fair. It's better than what I would expect Magic Square to do. However, it doesn't. Look at that face. That's super. That's the flash is on, so the sparkles are really coming out. But I actually am a little disappointed. Wow, how fucking shiny is his chest? I'm a little disappointed that they decided to put paint on it, because it really gets in the way of what I saw as a conscious decision on their part, because that's going into the New Age territory. Let New Age be the paint guys, they're the little fans' toys on your shelf. Magic Square is something special when it looks like literally the little figure walked off your screen and got on your shelf. Look how
it's also a weird decision for the paint. Like, why such sparkle paint? Like his chest looks like he's just took glitter.
Like Carol Ann's trying to talk to him.
Yeah.
Go to the light, Carol Ann.
It does look like a.
Run away from the light, Mom. Mom, where are you?
This spot is clean.
I remember that Scarlet Down. She was into horror. This is last summer. I was like, we are going to watch Poltergeist. And my wife was like, no, you're not. No, I'm not gonna. I'm like, come on. She's old enough now. We're going to watch this. And we sit down. 45 minutes in, she's like, Dad, this is stupid. I was like, you know what? This is really stupid. This isn't scary at all.
It's been so long since I've seen that movie, but I remember people saying that and Exorcist. They're like, they're terrifying. I'm like, Really?
Poltergeist is very stupid now.
Yeah.
I said that like Yoda. Anyway, so yeah, that's Ironhide. I'm not sure how I feel about him. I think people who want Magic Square to compete with New Age, I think, are going to be like, yeah,
we did it, guys.
Yeah, you painted him. You know, he's really clean. I mean, but yeah, I feel like he's missing some je ne sais quoi from Magic Square's spirit. You know, I would rather it muted. I want him to look like he's on TV. They something about how dull they are, but they're so tiny. It's like I'm looking at them from far away. It works. Somehow it works. But
I don't like his van mode, if I'm honest with you.
I haven't seen the van mode. Didn't transform him.
It's too long and it's too low to the ground.
We know what kind of lover you choose.
Not that I like New Age's van mode either. I think New Age's van mode is not very good.
Justin will never fuck a crocodile.
That's right.
All right. What else did I get? Okay, so I had to tear into this box to get this Ironhide out. I think I'm going to figure out a way to put the ripped cardboard back together to make Bobby think he ripped it. Oh, I do that all the time.
What goes through Robert's mind on any given day just never ceases to impress me.
Do you know how special that moment is?
Bobby today.
Do you know I sent him my my Studio Cell Unicron to review? Now, I had put all the little bits on it because I knew he wouldn't, and he's so annoying because like he won't put like I didn't even watch his Primus review. I haven't watched it. I want to and I will, but I know it's Studio Cell. He's going to have a lot of little city bits and little plastic bits that they are putting on sprues that they expect you to install because they're fragile. And I know he didn't install them. Somebody sent him that bot like sealed and he didn't install them. I'm sure he judged it without the little bits, but that's the kind of thing that matters in making an impression of a figure. But that he'll make a reason why, no, it's just crap anyway. You know, so I installed all the little spiky bits and city bits and stuff on that Unicron. But while I was fucking with it, like I was moving the arm and I put pressure on the shoulder where I shouldn't have while moving the arm, and I broke off a city bit. Before I sent it to him, you know what I did? I put a little dab of glue on that city bit. And then I didn't tell him.
Oh, man.
And I think I wrote a poem about it, too, that I put in the box about be careful with my figure. And then during the review, he broke it. I never told him until like afterwards when he called me to tell me that he broke it. I told him, no, you didn't. I broke it. Anyway, thanks a lot, Rich. We are really far afield now. Next, I got, God damn it, I got the Metagate Legends M01 Huge Fire. That's their Legends scale Bumblebee movie Prime. And I haven't transformed this guy yet either, but this is a really nice little Prime. I'm very impressed, and that's actually something I talked to Matt about recently. He didn't get it because apparently Metagate did a B, and the B is garbage. So I didn't even know that. Yeah, and he said the B is horrible.
I knew they were doing a B, but I didn't know it was trash.
Yeah, it came out first, apparently. I didn't know that. I mean, I don't know. Matt gets stuff early from Show Z, so maybe he got that early. I don't know. This is the first time I was aware that Metagate was doing Legends, but this thing's great. It's weird because it's solid. It's very heavy and dense for something its size, but because it's so detailed, and you know, like the baby verse stuff, it has a lot of, you know, just incidental. That's not even a word. You know, the detailing. It's not necessary to the transformation or simple deco. They're like, you're getting a bicep. You're getting a fucking bicep. We're carving in cables, motherfucker. You know? So you end up, that's a fine line to walk because it can make something nice look cheap, you know, because it seems like, oh, you're trying to carve in an elbow when I don't have a fucking elbow joint, You know, like the old school. What were they called again? The original Legend scale stuff that Hasbro did, the Cyberverse stuff. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Legends of Cybertron.
Remember the little shit that came out with the Bayverse stuff? I used to collect all that stuff. I loved it. I've loved Legends since back in the day. And this is something about the sculpt is reminiscent of that, like the original like Legends Prime. But when you move him all around, he's got joints up the ass, literally. Up his ass, he's got joints. He can move his butthole. You know, it's very nice. He does have a single jointed elbow, which makes no sense to me. He doesn't need to have a single jointed elbow. Like the figure itself has joints everywhere, but he does. But it's a great little figure. So far, I haven't transformed him. I also got in, thanks to Rich pre-order. I got in, what's this fucker called? This is the
Magnificent Mecha.
Magnificent Mecha Bumblebee Movie Prime. Now this 1000% looks better than the 3-0 Prime. Now people, I'm talking about Bobby a lot, but I know he will claim it's a knockoff. This is not a knockoff. I have both now. This is not a knockoff. You can't claim it to be a knockoff when they're just basing it on the source material. They did not copy 3-0 because they're different heights. Subtly, they have different sized proportions. Subtly, but it's not a knockoff. It is not some kind of copy. They just did a Bumblebee Prime, and they did it better than 3-0. And it fucking transforms into an extremely clean, gorgeous truck. And I don't think the transformations is that much of a bitch. I mean, really, like I got to delve into it tonight just because he comes in the box with no head, and I thought the head was folded in. So I'm like, fuck, this thing is so beautiful. You don't see transformation joints on it. Like you could be fooled into thinking it's an action figure. That's how clean this thing is. It's like you just need to know that stuff folds and opens, right?
Yeah,
I mean
it's a really pretty figure.
That's how
so
well
well
executed this thing is, and it's not difficult. You just need to know where the parts are. You know, it's not like you're gonna. I mean, so because of that, you can break it if you think something is supposed to open when it doesn't fucking open, like Ultra Magnus did. But yeah, you know, so I thought his head had to flip out. So I ended up opening the chest, opening the back, getting everything going. And I'm like, how much do I have to open? You know, and then I realized I looked and his head was in a little plastic bag taped under the shell. I was like, motherfucker. But it wasn't difficult. I mean, just getting that stuff going, I can tell this thing, even though complex, it feels intuitive. And the stuff fits nicely. You know?
Yeah.
So far. But I got the batteries in his head. That was kind of a bitch. I have bad luck with batteries, Justin, as you know, with LEDs. And I was just trying to get these the big fucking watch batteries, the big ones, the AR50, AR44. What are they called? I don't know. I'm trying to get them in.
I always forget those.
Is that what they are?
No, it was
No,
44.
those are the big pancake ones.
Yeah.
These are the big thick ones.
Oh. Are they LR44s? They might be 44s.
Yeah, 44s. And I have graduated, just like you, Justin, are a nerd who now has GoBot stand-ins. I have attained the status of someone who can actually check a little drawer to see if I happen to have the specific watch battery necessary for my accessory. And I had it. I was like, oh, is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? Yes. I have some more to check, but I don't need to. So its head lights up beautifully, but there's no paint. They really could have painted the eyes, but it's a beautiful figure. It kicks 3-0's butt, and 3-0 now will stay in the box. I just need somebody to do a Bumblebee now. And that Soundwave is pretty shit. But anyway, we'll get there. What else did I get? I think we'll call it there, and maybe I'll blurt something else out later. Let's move on to the show, shall we? It's only been an hour. Thanks a lot, pre-order. Third-party news, Doctor Wu MP scaled Rise of the Beasts RC teaser?
Great.
MP scaled? See, I don't trust Doctor Wu MP scaled stuff because
his small stuff is great, but like,
no, He's working in cahoots with the dude that does the mecha stuff, and the dude that does the mecha stuff is the dude that gave us the first. He gave us this first Skyfire. What was that guy's name again? The Skyfire.
Oh, the DOTM Toys.
DOTM Toys.
Kronos.
Oh my God, that thing.
I still have that.
I don't know what happened to mine.
You gave me yours, Robert. You said it to me.
There you go. You still have it?
I do. Do I? I'm not sure if I have it. I have to check.
Look at that, Justin stopping the lie.
All I can tell you.
He's about to tell the truth, and he decided to lie.
The DOTM Toys one. I don't know if I have it or not. I can't remember. I've got so many things that are in boxes downstairs. I'm like, I should get rid of this. So he might be in the box it should be gotten rid of, or he might have been gotten rid of. I don't know.
Look, if Joe Biden can rely on bad memory, so can you.
Exactly. But I will say, Kronos is the one figure that I had on my shelf, and he fell, and he did not break. I'm like, what the fuck?
He fell, and his joints were better after the fall.
Were you like? Yeah. Did you say something like, "Of course, of course"?
I'm like, oh, he's screwed. He's gonna be totally messed up. And then it's like, oh, he's fine.
He turns around. He's just like, rah!
Yeah. So I don't know how that happened, but yeah, like I wouldn't trust this. And
man, that guy, he designed heads and hands, I think, for Fans Toys, right? When we first had Slag, was it Slag or Swoop? That was, remember that first image from Fans Toys? I think it was that Slag, and you had a silhouette of Jetfire and a silhouette of one of the other Dinobots. I can't remember which one came out first. And then soon thereafter, DOTM Toys released their Kronos. And then, do you remember that other piece of shit Swoop that came out from an unknown third party?
Yeah, they announced that they were gonna do all 5, and they got shut down.
You remember the Swoop?
Yeah, it had the chest worked like MP, the MP Seekers.
Yes.
It rotated out like the MP11
knockoff. It's like a knockoff.
It's like the MP3, MP11.
I will swear to the end of the world, I think it's DOTM. It just wasn't DOTM Toys. I think it was him. I think he took the early designs for their Jetfire and their Swoop. So yes, it was Slag with Swoop and Kronos, Jetfire silhouettes. He leaves. I think he took the early designs. He did the Kronos. It was a flop. He did the Swoop. It was a flop, and it was like a KO of a Seeker. And then all that shit. He disappeared for a while. He posted some. You recall what he posted also on Facebook around that time? It was Constructicon heads.
Constructicons and a Galvatron head.
Right. I think he did the heads for Fans Toys.
And I'm really like Joe Biden. You guys have such great memories. I'm like, nope, don't remember any of this.
Those early heads were shit on their figures, and it's reminiscent of his designs because he then, after disappearing for a while, he comes back and he started doing his Papa Toys, mech, all the different mech stuff is him.
That's DOTM Toys? I didn't know that.
Yes, but he he did the same MO.
Was he the one who made that Lone Wolf?
No. Lone Wolf was like a passion project, but the Papa Toys was not him. But what happened? What he did? It's his MO. He was the designer, and then he gave an early design, and then he would what's the word? It's not blackmail. Extort you. So I don't know what the nature was. But he would basically take the design and sell it to somebody else. So you would have remember the Papa Toys Hot Rod or Rodimus?
Yep.
And it came out around the same time as another third-party Mecha Fans Toys something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was his designs that he was just shopping around and stealing from one to the other and stuff. It's all the same source material that just got stolen from him at different developmental stages. So I don't know what's happened. I know he then evolved into these other, legends, third-party figures, Mecha Toys, Mecha Fucka, Mecha. That's all him. and then he latched onto Dr. Wu. Listen, this is
What if he is Dr. Wu? What if it's Dr. Daka?
He's not. But
Bullsfire. That's what that company was.
Bullsfire, yes.
That did the other Dinobot.
The irony is, none of what I've said is based on any actual firsthand knowledge. But I would take any of it to my grave. I know it's true. You know, it's all clicked into place in my head. And I know it's true. You know, but this Dr. Wu stuff, Dr. Wu's been working with which other company in the recent past?
Magic Square, I think.
Nope. It's some DACA company.
It's Mech Fans Toys.
There you go, Mech Fans Toys.
That's right.
So now, lo and behold, look at this. Dr. Wu is now doing an MP scaled figure. I guarantee it's going to have a fucked up face, and I guarantee you the final design is going to seem unfinished because that's this dude's style. You know?
Interesting.
Anyway.
Remember when Dr. Wu was going to do that full brand new Mixmaster for the Combiner Wars Devastator that actually looked like the G1 Mixmaster? Because remember the Combiner Wars Devastator has the backwards mixing truck.
This is around the same time that dude disappeared, so maybe he gave Dr. Wu the idea.
Well, remember, because it ended up not coming out because he was going to do a full figure that looked way better. And then all those other companies, at least 2 other companies, did upgrade kits that just had like a shoe. It like fit over the little club foot.
It had what?
Had like a shoe. It had like a front. Exactly.
Can't help it. Anyway, Richard, stop delaying us, okay?
Okay.
God.
I'll try.
Anyway,
Sorry.
what is this about? Dr. Wu's Weibo account have been updated with our first render. Man, this is all over the place. Of their movie collector MC05 Amy Masterpiece Scale Rise of the Beasts RC.
Who wants
this? Is our first render. It's only in alt mode. It's a render in alt mode. It's just a silhouette of a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is this the first time they've done MP scale? I think it is, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. Interesting.
And I'm just like, first off, motorcycles are ridiculously hard to pull off, right? Second off, what is MP scale motorcycle?
12 centimeters tall.
Yeah, it's going to be a motorcycle that MP Prime can ride.
I think you got to go with robot mode for scale. That's, I think, the default. It's kind of like Starscream. You don't want your Starscream to be actually.
This is no unique toys. You are not getting any kind of mass shifting. This is DACA. This is going to be gooped in grease.
This is caca.
This is caca toys. This has his stink on it. I can just see the evolution of where he started, and now he's an MP riding like a fucking parasite on Dr. Wu's back. Poor Dr. Wu. I feel so bad for Dr. Wu. Dr. Wu's going to get fucked. Watch.
I'll never forget Bobby's review of Kronos.
Abort.
Yeah. It wasn't just, I can't recommend this or not a recommend for me. It was abort. Cancel pre-orders, abort. It's one of the funniest ones. Like, oh no, this is going to be bad.
I don't know why that guy rubbed me so wrong. I shouldn't hate on somebody for just trying to make a buck, but something about it. Mm-hmm. It's just, extortion and stealing. It's just fucking dirty,
Well, there was some shady shit too, where when people started to have problems, he disappeared.
Well, that's about it.
He came back and said that he was getting harassed and blah. I don't know. There was a lot of shady stuff that went down.
I mean, you know what? If he had just come out from the beginning and said, "I'm one guy, and I'm making this figure, and guys, I don't have resources. If there's a problem, I will try my best, but I might not be able to help you." Nobody would have been angry because they would have invested in a creator, knowing there might be a problem, knowing ahead of time the caveat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's not what happened. He tried to be like Mr. Big Shot. He was into it for the ego. you know, and he's been behind the scenes in a lot of shit. Anyway, so pass. Next, don't buy it. Why did I get signed out? Okay. Why did I get signed out, Justin? What did you do?
I don't know. But I can tell you that Dr. Wu party continues with Dark of the Moon Brains. Again, who's asking for these?
What I want to know is what you and fucking pre-order got a fucking video game date after this? Is that why you're rushing?
Always.
You do, don't you?
Yes, I do.
What are you playing after this?
Star Citizen.
I know it.
Mm-hmm.
It's already 9:55. You're
go.
PMing Rich privately. Let's move it along.
Move it on. Come on, man.
Einstein. It's okay. This is what's his face. What's his name again? No, it's. No, this is. What is this?
I think this one was Brains. The other one was Wheeljack at first, and then I don't remember.
All right, this is stupid. Move it along.
I don't remember it actually transforming into a laptop, but I mean,
that's okay. It's crap. Move it along.
I couldn't remember.
I mostly was unconscious for most of Dark of the Moon at this point.
Don't you hate that? I didn't love it at the same time. I've had some of my best naps during some movies. Anyway, I feel bad at the same time. Like, that felt good. All right, Cang Toys MP Zoids reveal. Look at him with the dino hate. That ain't no Zoid. These are some beautiful dinosaurs.
I knew that
was
look
like. You know what? There might be listen. We are living in a simulation, all right, in some ways, and we have what do you call that? An algorithm affecting us. So everything's Transformers and Ancient Aliens, right, Rich? But the fact is, maybe there's a whole Zoids world out there. And they have no idea. They think they're the coolest people in the world, and they shit all over. Like, what are those assholes in the different colored suits that jump into the vehicles that form the combiner?
Power Rangers.
What do you call them? Power Rangers. They shit all over Power Rangers. Just like we shit on GoBot collectors, right, Justin? But the fact is, maybe these Zoid collectors think they're cool, and if only they knew that Rich thought they sucked.
Hey, I grew up with Zoids. The ones you had to put together that had like the little rubber cylinders that you would use to hold joints together.
I don't think those are Zoids. That was Kinectics or something.
No, they were Zoids. I've seen recent ones, and I've looked into them, and they're not the same. They do make the model kits still, but
I really like these dinosaur modes a lot. Like, the silhouettes, especially on the dinosaurs, something is catching the spirit of the dinosaurs really well anatomically. Like the Triceratops here, he's got that like dumpy belly, almost cat-like. Like dumpy belly and skinny hips, and it's intentional, I mean, because the bot is this husky, thick fucker covered in blades. I don't like that they're showing you how you can take his giant, Buddhist flame back and turn it into a bunch of flying spikes. Unless they're giving you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little tiny flight stands, there's no way
it's gonna be little bendable wires that you can plug into his back.
See, I think that looks really cool as a picture. If they actually did use some kind of base or wire setup that you could do that with, I think that would be cool. I think this guy looks really cool.
He's just not slag, right?
I mean, he is and he isn't. I feel like if they do him up in the right colors, this could be like a alternate universe slag or like a new anime or new cartoon slag. Like if they came out with a new cartoon, Transformers Prime sequel. I know Robots in Disguise 2015 was supposed to be that, but whatever. If they came out with like a Transformers Prime sequel, like post Beast Hunters,
Hunt for the Predacons. Okay, you just said the name. Transformers Prime sequel, Hunt for the Predacons.
And they had this as the Dinobots. I think these would look cool. Not G1, something different. I think this would be a cool slag. And the other ones they've shown, I think, would look like, just like the Predaking. I think their Predaking looks really cool.
I got their Snarl. Did I mention that?
I don't think so.
He's fucking gorgeous. I might have mentioned it last show. He's gorgeous.
I can't remember if you
So-
mentioned it last show or in chat.
But he's fucking gorgeous. These things are solid. They're getting better as they go. I think I did. Like I could tell you, all these spiky bits are on like ball joints. You know, they're obviously removable. Like these aren't bits that can snap. They can, but they're taking measures to protect against snapping. Like there's something special. Look, the bot modes are Gundam-esque. Yes,
Very much so.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
But damn, these are good fucking figures, though, nonetheless. And I love dinosaurs, always have, just like I love RC cars. And that like the whole RoboSen thing connects me to my RC car collecting days, you know? And this still gets my dino itch.
Yep, I can see that. These are definitely, like, I think it looks good. I think it looks good in both modes. It's just that I'm at the point in my collecting career that I'm like, I don't want... Like, I want to be done, right? Like, I don't want to pick up all these stylized versions now. Like, but, like, you know, 10 years ago, like, if you put this in front of me, I'd be like, hell yeah, pre-ordering this, you know?
But you know what? I'm not looking at it as a stylized slag. Like, it's so far afield, you know? I'm just like, this is a wild stylized slag.
Yep, for sure.
It is so wild. Like, I got to find a place for these things. And they'd be in dyno mode. They're not going to be in bot mode. They're not going to be in combine mode, because then it's trying to. If they're in bot mode, I'm like, who the fuck are those Gundam? And if they're in combine mode, I'm like, Dinobots don't combine. But if they're in dyno mode, I'm like, fuck yeah, dinosaurs.
He is 16 inches long in dyno mode.
That's gorgeous. I'm telling you,
massive.
These things are beautiful. I'm shocked. I don't want them, but I have to have them.
Have they shown a Sludge yet?
They showed them all. Yeah. Sludge is the goofiest fucker of all. Like, he's got a tail and a head on each arm. Like, he's super goofy, but he's going to be amazing. He's probably like 2 feet long.
If I get one, it'll be Sludge.
Listen to pre-order clicking away. I hear clickety-clack.
I'm looking up Sludge. Totally looking him up. Oh, yeah, here's Sludge.
If Rich was a mutant, if you were one of the
You're
X-Men...
saying he's not?
No, if he was one of the X-Men, he'd be... What's the guy that... What was the guy with the ponytail that did all the tech stuff? What was his name?
Forge.
You'd be not you, Justin. I know you wish you were Forge, but you're not.
Good.
It's Rich, because he's the one who clickety clacks, and you don't.
That's what you think. Listen to this. This
Stop
keyboard
crossing the streams.
This keyboard's too loud for my taste. I hate clicky keyboards.
Who's your favorite X-Men, Justin? Don't say Forge.
It's not Forge. That's a good question. Probably Nightcrawler. Like younger me would have been.
I knew it.
100% Wolverine, but I like Nightcrawler.
I was gonna say you'd be Nightcrawler. Yeah. Just because you like to flick around in a German accent.
And that I do. I also really like Archangel, not Angel.
Oh,
Angel can go to hell. Archangel, I'm for him.
That's your emo self. When you're upset and want to play with a toy.
Yeah.
Who would I be?
Day.
Who would I? Who's my X-Men, Justin?
You're definitely a Toad guy. No, I don't know.
I would love to be Toad, because you'd think he's nothing, but he's really fucking annoying. And you can't get... He's just annoying. He's just slapping you with his tongue. I'd rather be a villain. Anyway. Okay, moving along. This is cool.
Who is your X-Men? You didn't answer.
I don't know. Oh, I like... stupid. Who's the dumb one I always liked? Was Colossus. I like Colossus.
Colossus is good. Colossus has had some decent like comic book adaptations later on. He was kind of dumb in like the 80s and 90s, but he's gotten some good stuff.
I just like Colossus a lot. Let's see. BigFirebirdToys, Blackarachnia, and Windblade. Oh, look at that. FirebirdToys is looking to go toe-to-toe with Bingo Toys. And multiple links from pre-order coming in hot. And one's a blank Facebook page. Okay, it's going. Okay. Nacha. Her name is Nacha. Or Nacha.
I'm not sure.
I'd rather say Nacha.
Clear your throat first.
Very sexy, pointy silhouette. Very, very like, looks like a What do you call that? What kind of,
Looks like a Zoid spider.
Tarantula. It's a Zoid spider, Rich.
Yep. The Zoids are coming back.
I don't know about that Windblade though. She looks like the combined form from that anime with the bird people. What was that? Remember what I'm talking about? The helmets that look like birds.
Thunderbirds?
No, not Thunderbirds. I have two of them. Sentinel did two of them where they had light up chests and they had like bird capes and bird helmets.
I can't think of what their names are.
And
I know what you're talking about.
They combined into a dumb bird plane.
What
was it called? Battle Planet or some shit? Battle of the Planets?
Battle of the
Planets.
Planets.
There you go. Wow. Don't say I don't know anything obscure. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see what the second pre-order link is.
Oh, the second link is hilarious.
Ooh, yes. Go. Ooh, hot mama. Show me where you pee from.
Why they decided to show this angle in 3 different pictures?
I saw a post on.
Also, why the extra sculpting?
Right. I saw some post recently where it was like, isn't it weird that we judge the looks of someone's face to decide whether we like the place where they pee from?
I mean, I guess when you think of it that way, but
look at that upskirt shot. Get all the Japanese consumers. Why does she have Band-Aids on her nipples? Look at that.
Yeah, that's.
She's got nipples. She's getting sculpted with fucking nipples, Justin.
They're removable pieces.
She's got nipples, dude. Ooh. We know Deluxe is gonna masturbate all over her. You know what the funny thing is? Bingo got you beat, man. Like this is just like the rubbery tits for Fans Toys RC. Like that's the only people really gonna buy this stuff. It's the ones who just want to scratch that perv itch. Mm-hmm. But if you want a nice Windblade, you want a nice Blackarachnia, go Bingo. They're not even expensive. Yeah, they're not expensive. They could charge $200 at least for each of those figures, at least, and they're like $90.
Yeah.
Do you have them?
I have their. I don't have Blackarachnia. I have the Windblade that they did.
Do you have Shockwave?
No, I didn't know they did Shockwave.
Yes.
They did Shockwave? Oh, they did the movie, the Bumblebee movie.
Bumblebee movie Shockwave. Fucking gorgeous.
That's right.
I do want to get the Blackarachnia sometime, but
please get it. Don't make me get it. Can you please get it? Don't do that to me, Justin.
I will. I'll try to get it sometime. I need to sell some things.
It's so beautiful. It's better than they're learning. They are evolving. You know, like it's fucking great.
Yeah.
Like they're Bingo toys they're better than if you said, hey Rob, you got Fans Toys coming out, Bingo toys, Metagate. You know, I would say Bingo Toys 1, Metagate 2, Fans Toys 3, you know, in terms of my prioritizing. All right. You know what, though? I guess Rising Force is still a thing.
I forgot about this company.
Rising Farce. Now, I think they downscaled the Legends. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. These are Legends,
weren't they?
No, they were MP.
They were doing MP back when DX9 and X Transbots started off, and then Fans Toys came into the picture, and
I see
these guys got humiliated down to Legends.
That trailer is extremely accurate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember. I mean, every single one of these trailers I see on the road has all these hinges all over it.
I mean, how else do you get inside?
You don't just have horizontal hinges. Right?
Yeah,
also got vertical ones. But it doesn't wait, there's more.
Two directions.
The trailer
hinges.
They have optimized the efficiency of trailer transportation. No longer does it lay on the actual, what do you call it, the bed? What do you call the back of the cab?
I don't know. It doesn't align with the tow hook, that's for sure.
All I know is it floats. It floats as it goes. Because maybe you need a hobo to sleep under there. This is woke. You got to have room for a squatter or two down there. You know,
and you gotta have room for a day bow to get under there.
Mm-hmm. And there you go. You don't only have horizontal hinges and vertical hinges. You've got a couple of pig snouts. You got, look in the back right top corner. You got a surprised face. All right, and then the hinge with a hole and a bottom lip forms a very like unhappy surprised face.
Yeah, with a big old swollen lower lip.
Right by the trailer, you got a laying down on the side piggy face. You got a lot going on here.
Mm-hmm.
So
amazing.
Rising Farce is a thing. Why you get this when Magic Square's already done it better? I don't know.
Yeah. And New Age has announced one.
Start a new scale. How about that? You know what, Rising Farce? Do Dr. Wu's scale. Go after Dr. Wu.
You could have, yeah. You definitely could have.
Or
and then,
come out
and
of
then like these hinges
and
and stuff, you feel a little better about, like, right? You're like, well, it's so small. It has to have some
You don't need hinges. You don't need. You just need C-clips everywhere. Not even C-clips. What do you call that thing? We got little tiny tabs with little tiny slots that just pop in.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you need.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
What were you saying,
or
Rich?
just come out of left field and do like Legend scale Computron. Something nobody's even touching so far. If you want to try and get any kind of success, but
I think Rising Farce needs to go after DACA.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, DX9 is back again. No, by the way, Justin, I know you're getting that. DX9 is back again. He really is. I know you are. DX9 is back again. No, not more mini stuff. MP stuff. Datsun Brothers. Ooh, fresh news, Rich. This was today's news, Rich. Rich pre-ordered this news. And god damn, that alt mode looks sleek as fuck.
So apparently one of the posts, they noted that they put the wrong back end and front end together. It's like, this is obviously the first pick
Aloysius?
is.
No, I don't do any of those anymore.
But this first pick has the smoke screen front. That's why it's got like the big blocky front, but it's obviously the Prowl, police car headlight or lights on top, light bar. So I guess there's a little bit of a mismatch
it's also
here.
the Silver Streak roof with the T-tops. Oh no, they're just giving Prowl the T-tops and just not painting them. Okay, you do you.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get 1, 2, 3, bam, bam, bam releases, but that alt mode looks nice. Come on now.
I will say that the Datsun Brothers are something that that's an old enough official MP that I think an updated version could be good.
I'll tell you what. They didn't accidentally give you the front of smokescreen and the T-tops of Blue Streak.
Mm-hmm.
This is Prowl. Mm-hmm. And they're just going to take the light bar off it, paint
and
one
now it's Silver
red,
Streak.
White, and blue.
And then they're going to play it red, white, and blue, and now it's smokescreen without all the rest of the stuff. Mm-hmm.
This is what you're getting.
If they do that, it'll be not great.
That is all. I guarantee it. Let's revisit this in 8 months, and we're going to have a big I told you so.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's happening.
Here's one thing I don't get. Look at the front fender, the wheel well.
Mm-hmm.
Why is there a little
notch out of it?
Half moon notch. And if you look at the CAD render, it's in that too. Like, what?
That is a good question.
Looks very weird.
Because you know what it is? In something is going to end up pegging into it.
No, that's shoulder articulation. Watch.
Oh, you might be right that it actually lets that
let his arm
shoulder
go
flex up just a tiny bit more. Yeah.
It's going to be on a ball peg.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the stem. That lets him get to 90 degrees.
I don't have any faith in DX9 MP.
Oh, they're not bad, honestly. Like the DX9. The DX9, okay, what did they do? Okay, we have the people love the Stunnicons because it's like the only really viable option there. But the DX9, like when they did that alt universe beast mode stuff, right? It's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
It's good stuff.
I never got those. I did have Carrie, and Carrie was great.
Come on now. Carrie?
Yeah, Carrie was good.
Carrie is up there with the Unique Toy stuff. And
Carrie's good.
Carrie's great.
Now, when the Stunticon Wars started, and remember how Keith put out Breakdown and he was like $40?
Yeah, you're getting 500 from fucking Motor Mess.
Right. And then DX9 put out theirs, Dakota or something, Montana, I don't remember.
Yeah, Montana.
I bought both of them. I bought the X-Transbots because he was $40, and I bought Montana because I found him on sale. And Montana
did you buy them when they were released, or did you buy them beforehand?
Well, Montana had been out, but I pre-ordered.
There you go.
Yeah, I did pre-order the X-Transbots at $40. I was like, let's check these out. And at the time, Fans Toys wasn't out. But that Montana, mine was trash. It was loose as hell. I had the spoiler fell off of mine. I guess you could glue it back, but it's like, well, this is garbage. He's loose as hell.
He sounds like he's talking about sex.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
Fall apart?
Mid-sex? You're like, this is loose as hell. This is trash. I think you do. Oh, Rich.
You should have had a ratchet joint put in here.
Were you like, I didn't pre-order this pussy? God damn.
Sometimes, though, it's the opposite. You get the Fans Toys squeaks while you're going.
You're like, God damn.
Never a good time.
She's like, listen, don't give me credit. You just moved a little too quickly for me, buddy. I'm not ready for you. You didn't want to give me that back rub I asked for, okay? I'm just being nice to you. Now I'm going to be sore for a few days, so you just fucked yourself up. Yeah. I mean, look, I think Carrie is so good. Like, that's what I think of. I think of Carrie, and I think of the that animal beast alt universe stuff. Like, I don't know. I have a special place. And isn't DX9 Unique Toys, like, they're really kind of same family.
Yeah.
And isn't that also Magic Square? Aren't all three of those the same?
I still don't believe it. I don't believe it. I think you had more of a mixing and matching. I think between DX9 and Unique Toys, because they both came out with Legends stuff. I think Magic Square and New Age, I think you had kind of an inbreeding going on, a mixing and matching, and we have two new companies with different connections with designers and sources and materials and paint and approach. I think there's more to that story. I think Bobby's all wrong. But what's not wrong is Justin is calling it. This is an abomination. It could have been gorgeous if they had faith in themselves.
Yeah.
Because if they had faith in themselves and not give you the smokescreen front and not give you the blue streak T-tops.
It's not even right for the Datsun, though. Like, the whole shape is wrong. Like, I don't know. Everything about it, I hate.
But it's almost there. It's almost.
It's almost there, but that's not what I want out of MP, right? Like,
that's true.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Good enough.
I might send you if it survives, you might get that Cang Toys triple changer because I think you would like it. I don't know. You'd like the alt mode. Anyway, so I really hope they split this up. It looks like they will not. It's an all-in-one, and it shouldn't be because that looks terrible with that light bar on those T-tops. That looks silly. They'd be blinding themselves in an emergency. All right. Close that. Move it along. Okay, Magic Square God Ginrai detailed pics. Don't say it ain't so, MMS. Oh, come on, man. Don't do it. What the fuck is this shit? Oh, God. They jumped the shark. I'm calling it. They're done. They're done. This is trash. This is stupid. They're done. They're done. I don't even know what the fuck they're showing. What are all these pictures, Rich? What's the one with the fucking tubby? Is this him with the Ultra Magnus shoulders and the tubby top? Is that him? What is that?
Yeah, I don't know why they're doing this. It's like I don't know. It's like they took their Ultra Magnus and bastardized it into this.
This is garbage.
Oh my God!
They jumped the shark.
That has to be
what it is. They jumped the shark.
It is, yeah, and I
Yeah.
don't understand. It's like,
Garbage. First of all, their Magic Square's Ultra Magnus was bad. It was not good. So this is not a good look.
yeah, I don't get it. I mean, the Iron Factory looks better.
Didn't this Ultra Magnus, the truck did just clip in like that on that Ultra Magnus, didn't it? Or am I thinking of the wrong one? I don't know.
I'm not sure. All I know is my Ultra Magnus. I did know at some point, but all I have now is a bunch of pieces.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I have the Magic Sword Ultra Magnus either. Yeah, I don't know if I got rid of it, but I remember I took it all apart and I'm like, I don't even feel like putting this thing back together in the truck. I'm like,
yeah.
So keep clicking until you see the back picture. It's like you get the back of both of them, and you can see that it's literally Ultra Magnus backwards.
This is garbage. Listen,
you see it? It's like they just did the chest of Ultra Magnus all in one color, so it looks like the back.
Oh God! I'll tell you, the best God Ginrai I have is hybrid style to date. Even though his boots fall off, don't matter. This is garbage. This is trash. They've jumped the shark. That's it. They're done. I'm calling it now. They've Cosmosed. All right. They've Cosmos. This is their Cosmos. They're done. Magic Square's done. They're not going to finish the Dinobots.
I don't understand this at all. I understand doing some releases where you kind of go, well, yeah, look, if you squint and just do the combined mode, it kind of looks right.
Why would they show the next Dinobot? I mean, fuck it. This is stupid. All right.
Is this hold on, before... This is the original Ultra Magnus, isn't it?
No, not Lil Maggie. This ain't Lil Maggie. That was Iron Factory. No, hold on. They only did one. They did
Magic
one.
Square's done two. They had the white truck that you could put the armor on, and then they had the one that was all one piece.
You sure it's not New Age?
No, it was Magic Square.
Well, this is the second one with all the shit you clap onto him.
Okay.
With the fucking the second one that had all the whatever it is, the one that I recall, the newest one is super parts forming. It's not intuitive, and to complete him, he needs his Gundam weapons. And these black pieces are his Gundam weapons for this. This is trash.
Are you sure this is the second one? Because the truck does not look like
it's not big enough. You're right. It isn't big enough.
Yeah,
you're right.
Think this is their first release.
You're right. It might be the first one.
Which is shit.
Yeah,
it's garbage.
Yeah,
it's even worse.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm at a loss for words. I thought they only did one, and now I'm totally confused. This thing, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because those weapons just peg into the fucking tops. Yeah, because otherwise you'd need Gundam weapons to fill out the base. Yeah. And he doesn't have that, nor does he need them. Oh, this is garbage. Goodbye, Magic Square.
Yeah, that's a horrible decision. Like they're like, we can make more money using our original mold. I'm like, that's not even a good mold. And they're like, well,
yeah. Oh God.
This is the
why
really
I thought
old
the truck
one.
went in just like that. So
maybe this is the really old one that they did, and they're doing a new one.
This is garbage. This is trash. This is horrible.
This might be my mistake. This might be the old one that they did based on the Ultra Magnus, and then they're doing a new one.
No, Rich.
And somebody just posted this. I don't know.
Nope, that's not true.
I mean, it's posted 11 hours ago, so.
Yeah.
That's shit. Now, honestly, I just know Bobby's going to say he loves that Ironhide just because it's covered in paint. But it's fat lips, and there's something that has lost the spirit of Magic Square. Just because you have a vocal, portion of the collectors who love New Age, because New Age is great, but they're painted, which is great. People are not as vocal about what makes Magic Square great, and they have been somewhat recently. I've seen more chatter. The proportions, the size, which New Age caught up to, by the way. Magic Square didn't need to catch up to New Age's size or scale, like proportions. New Age caught to Magic Square there, you know, but people complained about the Magic Square plastic, but there was something about the plastic that caught the light a certain way. There was something about the Magic Square figure on the little shelf, the little figure on the big shelf, that was very endearing, more so than New Age. And I love both. And they've jumped the fucking shark. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
Because this shit don't have it. And this Ironhide doesn't have it. And most people are going to love this Ironhide because it's trying to catch up to New Age in ways it was, quote-unquote, lacking before. But those deficiencies I did not see as failings. I saw as differences in strengths. Okay. Now for the big.
Oh my God!
part
I'm already
of the
moved
show.
on the third-party panel. I'm disappointed.
Third-party panel. Justin was at TFCon LA. Okay. Hosted by Chosen Prime. Wow.
Guess what?
Yeah.
Make Toys is doing the Colorverse. Can you guess what the Colorverse
silly.
is?
Seekers.
Repaints of Seekers.
Now, by doing this, they are obvious. Now, we all are very much aware. Anyone who isn't, just Google it. There is a giant poster you can look up that has all these silly little names of all these silly little Seeker repaints. Has the Beatles in it. Has like a Snot Storm and Fart Punch, like whatever the names are. If Make Toys is serious, they're going to release about, 64 figures?
Yep. I mean, that's all they have left, right?
That's just
Yep.
crazy.
It's
This is basically
How
like,
this-
okay,
How this hasn't had mold degradation at this point, I don't even know.
I saw somebody on one of the boards call them jet toys
It should be.
Jet Toys.
or
Yeah.
or make jets.
Make Jets.
I like make
Okay, so obviously what this tells me is the dude running the show fucked his designer, right? And his name's shit. He can't get a designer now. And he has a factory, he has access to a factory, and he has designs and a mold. And he can just, shit out recolors. That's it. He can't get a designer for nothing. It shows you how the guy does business. He pays the shop, and he gets it produced. That's it. People are only buying this. I feel like people buy this because they hope if they support Make Toys will surge. There'll be a resurgence, But you're never gonna see it, man. This is the dude that is behind this. Obviously, he's the opposite of Fans Toys, And Keith, he didn't take the money he earned and reinvested it. He bought a Ferrari. He went out to fancy dinners, He bought triples of things like Robert D. like an idiot. He didn't reinvest. So, but it don't cost much to just post like an image and then get interest and then risk some money in the factory and then make money. He's all repaints. It's pure profit.
Mm-hmm.
And then he teased, was it Brainstorm? He teased like, oh, it's coming. It's or Highbrow.
You never
We
see any of that.
just need to make enough money on these Seeker repaints. We could bring Highbrow.
The thing is, you're not just buying a figure. You're investing in a company. You're investing in something, And after the last what was the last one they did? Didn't they do another Conehead?
Yeah, they did all of them. They did Thrust Urge, all that stuff.
Right. They should have had enough money to do something new.
Mm-hmm.
But
Which they unnecessarily retooled their mold just slightly for the hands. So that one set doesn't have hands that matches all the rest of them. Like that's a good decision.
Sorry, but people are buying it. I'm sure they will.
Yep.
Because they think they're chasing the dragon, and they think they're being taken advantage of. Like they think they're supporting Make Toys, and they're going to get more from Make Toys. And I hope you guys understand. Not you guys. them guys, the one person listening, you're never going to get anything else out of this company.
Yeah.
You're not.
I don't know if they're highbrow or whatever. Highbrow. Yeah. I don't think he's coming. I don't know.
I did see somebody posted, is on Facebook, Dame Chalk site or somewhere, that one of these is almost identical to one of the other figures they put out, like color-wise. I think it's the Paul that's shown here.
Yeah, I think so. I think
they showed it side by side, and it's like there's hardly any difference.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? It says 200 pieces. What is that?
They're limited releases.
Limited. You know they could lie, right?
Of course they could. And then they could also have a company called Yes Model that just quote unquote knocks it off for the same price, right? Like,
well, the money they really make is because it's exclusive to TF Source, and then TF Source gives all your credit card data to Make Toys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then Make Toys goes on a spending spree, takes his girl out to fancy restaurants.
And TF Source at this point is the owner of Make Toys, I think. So, you know.
You know, it's funny, though. Limited edition 200, right? And TFCon was 2 weekends ago, or? Yeah.
They would have sold out, no?
It's still in stock at TF Source. Paul is. Let's see. Is the other one still here?
They should have called it Paul Abotamus.
Tangerine.
Hey, guys.
All right, let's move it on. Star Toys is coming out.
They have nothing new. It's still just tracks. We saw these last week.
Well, we've actually been hand figures. Okay,
yeah, no, we saw that. We saw it.
Right.
We're good.
Okay,
but did you know Studio Cell was doing a Primus?
Yep, saw that. This is what bothers me about the third-party panel. It's like, here's all the shit you've already seen. I'm like,
I know.
Like, people go to this so you can see new things, right? And it's like, no, here's the stuff that has been on the internet for like 12 years now.
What were you going to say, Rich?
Oh, I was just going to say real quick. Tangerine is sold out, but Paul is not.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Did they know that Paul was Optobotomus? Could they pick it? You know, if they did Shitstorm, they would have sold more. Mm-hmm. All right, so we've seen this Robot Toys Beast Wars Megatron before.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But I love it. I can't wait. I love fucking Legends Beast Wars stuff. I don't know about
they look pretty cool.
Oh,
they're
God.
stylized, but they look good.
I'll take it.
Megatron comes with a little toothbrush. The last pick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Magic's. We got Magic Square Dinos. We got Grimlock and Sludge and Slag. We've seen these before.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I just also say, come on, Magic Square, to do something different.
Yeah. I don't know. You can see it, can't you? Like, they're flailing. They have lost sight of what they are.
Yeah.
You know? It's too late.
They're just like, we're going to do the same thing as everybody else. And like when you're this late to the Dinobot game, like, I don't know. I guess you put out your Snarl and Slag first, so you can try to undercut people at the knees. I guess I don't know.
Or go super fucking wacky. Cang Toys is successful. Go wacky. Like, just, you know what? Say fuck it. New Age, you win. You got G1. We're going Iron Factory. We're not doing Samurai. We're doing, like, you know, fucking the Huns. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do something fucking crazy, man. Anyway, all right. New Age. Ooh, Hoist. I like it. See, that looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
Magic Square, you're done. Stop. Just stop now.
It's over.
It's over. New Age has won. New Age, like, just kept moving forward. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They just kept going.
Well, this one, yeah, like, I don't know. Didn't Magic Square already did Hoist in Trailbreaker, haven't they?
Yes.
I think so, yeah. This looks good.
Hoist looks better. Hoist looks better.
And they got a little tease of Warpath back there.
Mm-hmm. I got a little tease of Warpath, too.
With a hinge on the turret. You need a hinge on your turret.
Yeah, a hinge on my turret's up, too.
Just the tip of Warpath.
Oh, you got his balls on the top. All right, Metagate, we've seen. Is that Shatter?
This is the new one. This is the other one from that movie.
Yeah,
not Shatter.
The other one.
The helicopter.
That's actually how I refer to all the Transformers
Shatter,
movies, too.
Splatter. I don't remember.
Is that Shatter?
This is Blue Boy. Duh.
Okay. Okay. Well, we've seen this before. I'm getting it. Metagate is like the new Fans Toys. Like really, like I feel they're complex. So is Fans Toys. There's a pain in the ass. So is Fans Toys. They go true to form each mode. So is Fans Toys. They're covered in paint. So is Fans Toys.
Yeah,
Great materials.
I have
so
no
is Fans
problem with
Toys.
them. So.
Yeah,
You know?
this is Shatter. The other one was Dropkick.
And they're also doing things that, people who are fans of this particular media would want. So, good.
This has got to be Dropkick. I think the girl was Shatter.
Oh no, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah. This turns into a Super Cobra and a Javelin, AMC Javelin.
And then we've got a random pick of an Iron Factory Fallen. Iron Factory's already done the Fallen, so this makes no sense to me. Everyone's very excited about it, and I don't get it. They've done one already. So moving along. Then we've got the Samurai Sideswipe. I already got him in. He's garbage, just like every little Samurai. When you get to like Voyager and Leader size Legends Samurai, they're good. But when you go Carbot size, they are fiddly and shit. And then what else we got here? Who's next? Who is that? What is that?
That's the pants. For
Iron Factory pants.
Yeah, for the Leo Kaiser set.
I'm never gonna have this on my shelves, and I'm buying it anyway. God damn it!
I like the set so far.
Yeah, you do. Victory, schmictory. Oh, where are the capes? Don't they all have capes?
No, I think you're thinking of Zone, yeah.
Whatever. And DX9, we got our fucking
Chrome Dome.
Chrome Dome. Looks great. We've seen it before.
Right. God, he's in here.
Unique Toys. What the fuck is this? Dino again? What's going on here?
Yeah.
Didn't they already do this like 5 years ago?
Did they or did somebody else do Dino?
Yeah, it
Justin,
was
you have it.
someone else, I think.
Oh, why? Oh no!
And then they're like, here he is next to some Hasbro toys for.
It's so Bayversey. It's so Bayversey.
Isn't that him next to their lockdown in car mode though?
Yes. Oh God!
Where is
I
that?
need to
I don't
own.
see that pic. Oh, I see it.
And I need to own him. God damn it!
That looks good.
They look good together. Yeah, they look great.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing. Like it's going to be sick. God damn it.
Then you need Skids and Mudflap to go with it.
No.
Yes, you do.
No, you do.
Yes, you do.
Well, Skids and Mudflap have opening doors.
I love at the top right how they put gray mold release. Like it's oh man, you guys see the new gray mold release? Like
I just assume that it's they do some casting plastic and they release from the mold really nicely.
You know what I love?
It's a mold release on them.
I love the fact that we've seen this before. That too. We've seen this before, so we can move along. The Cang Toys swoop.
Yes, I like that. I like how he has the Gundam unicorn head, like
and
robot mode entirely.
And you know what? They were just like, fuck it. Pterodactyl beaks don't need to fold down. They stick out.
Yep. That's what makes them edgy in this case.
This swoop looks super menacing.
It's very Gundam. Oh my God. Okay, so what I really like, what they've done so far with their dinosaurs, is this is not a pterodactyl. There's actually like, if you watch that, I don't know if it's on Netflix or Amazon, like there's like a dinosaur thing you can watch, and like this is an actual dinosaur. Its bill or beak should be like twice the size or 3 times the size. It's gigantic, but it walked on its pinions, if that's the correct word to use. It walked on the little claws with its wings folded up to the sky. but it had a gigantic head and beak.
Is it a Pteranodon or something?
It wasn't. No. It was something else. But what they're doing to dinosaurs is they're like Snarl isn't a Stegosaurus. He's a different dinosaur that's extremely accurate to that dinosaur, and I'm pretty confident Snarl is as well. But Swoop is is a middle ground because his beak should be gigantic, and since it's so stylized and it doesn't even fold down into his chest, they should have gone with an obnoxiously gigantic beak. They should have. But I love it.
Yeah, I like this pick in alt mode where he is walking on his.
That's how they were like, they'd fly and then they would walk on the land and they would hunt, on foot. They'd land, they would spot prey. They would fly to spot prey, but they would land and then walk. And they had these huge beaks and they would walk on their elbows,
Yeah.
It was a real thing. It's not it's not pteranodons. It's not pterodactyls. It's very reminiscent of that dinosaur, which I really like that they're going that route. So does Justin. Next up, Mechanical
No,
Studio.
you missed D Spider. Is that his hands? His hands turned into a spider.
Cang Toys hand.
Why not some small dinosaur or something? Why a spider? The Dinobots with their random spider friend, right?
Because they need the fingers. They need the flanges.
The Predacons' hands turn into crabs.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mechanical Skull Studio. Bobby Skullface endorsed this.
Yep. I heard
He
this
did
is
all
his
the
company.
artwork.
This is his third party company.
What Gundam is this?
So this is, what is this? Energon
Armada.
Starscream?
No, this is Armada,
Armada?
Starscream. But this one looks like
I don't like it.
they may have tweaked a little bit to do the ramjet. Remember that spring package ramjet that had the different minicon and the different head sculpt?
Yeah, I don't like the fact that in vehicle mode, his head crest thing is just sticking out. I think that looks really
I think
weird.
that's accurate to the toy, though.
Is it? Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't.
And if you go to, what is that? I don't know. You keep clicking through. It's the second from the last pick in that line. That one is more of the actual Starscream with the Starscream head. He doesn't have the weird VTOL back fins. But the other one is the ramjet they did. It was wasn't ramjet at all in anything but name. It was blue and white.
Yeah.
I think they might have released that one for Universe.
That's dirge. All right.
Yeah.
Dreamstar.
The one thing that I think disappoints me about this particular setup, for me personally, is the fact that he has the sword that's clearly the wing of the ship, but it doesn't come out of the wing. It's just transparent red extra piece, and it doesn't look like they tried to put that in. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the real toy, it did come off of one of the wings.
And then he's got the weird drone bits that look like they just slide over or something. It's this drone can turn into extra pieces for him. I'm like, but why?
the drone should be a little minicon.
Yeah.
That just transforms and I sent a pic of that ramjet in the chat. You can see his head pops up, sticks out. You can see the little back wings have the little VTOL things on them. So that's what I think they're going to do. They're going to release multiples and, cash in on those repaints and retools. Anyway.
All right. Well, that was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Next up.
This is your favorite company.
Dreamstar Toys is still making things. We can move on.
Dreamstar Toys. It's another pile of silver and black. It's a plane. It's a bot. It's a limb. Okay, next, X-Transbots.
All right.
see,
So
since
X-Transbots, I have
2008.
things to say about your hotspot here.
He's got no arms.
Okay, so wait, I mean, yeah. So that first picture, right? Like,
Looks like your face.
first of all, how far back is Streetwise sitting in that like recessed cavity? Because like you see how far the thigh, like is his fat defensor, his thigh fat hangs over his kneecap there. Like we couldn't have pushed Streetwise further forward to make that look good.
He's Van Gogh.
Yeah. And then
they really could have just done that, where they put something so that he's forward more.
Right. It could have been thicker. It could have been thicker. And then the fire truck looks terrible. Like it looks like a little. I hate that type of ladder. It's like you have to extend out the ladder, and it kind of is reminiscent of a ladder. And it's like it looks like it's got like a gun turret on top, not a ladder. You know.
Now we should preface all this with this is the legend scale.
Yes, this is legend scale.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, wow.
Well, I like how his second tire has a screw.
Mm-hmm. I also don't like that they don't know what they want to do, right? Like the toy has the 2 tires. The comic did not. It had the 2 tires at the rear. But this is the comic version of the truck. And yeah, I don't know. I just don't think that it looks really good. I think that the actual hotspot looks fine, like in his robot mode, but I don't know. I need more than that to be in on this. So
and also we should point out. So I think the Streetwise is like cheap. He's out. He's like $25 or something. And watching reviews of him, he looks like shit. Like when you compare that Streetwise to New Age and Magic Square,
yeah,
not even close. But he's like $25, so maybe they're trying to sneak in as a cheaper option to Magic Square and New Age. But then, how much was their hotspot? Wasn't it like, let's see, wasn't their hotspot like $200 or $150 for a Legend scale?
It was expensive. I think it was $110. I want to say.
Oh,
but,
man, it was.
Because I remember looking at it and being like, I don't feel like he's worth that.
Vanguard. Let's see. Oh, I don't see him on TFCon. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's 105. Okay. But still, that seems expensive.
Yeah. But they got the base mode, which is just basically hotspot looking like Soundwave.
Right. Yeah, I think this Legend scale is trash from them.
Yeah. I don't understand why they look at just the Streetwise thing. I'm like, you look at that, you're like, that's good. That looks great.
I don't know. I think I like his skinny legs.
I was just gonna say the front on pic of him just standing there. It's like, what's going on here? His legs are so skinny.
It's beautiful.
It looks like he's missing a crotch.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a piece that should snap on.
All right.
Anyway.
So
Justin probably comes later on. So.
Justin's getting this because he loves the Defensor.
I do love Defensor, but I hate X-Transbot. That's the paradox, right? Like,
you used to love
the figure I like.
It's Defensor. Of course, there's a paradox.
You used to love XTB until you got that repaint that was garbage. What was it? Was it a motorcycle?
Yeah. Wait, which repaint? I don't like their groove. Their groove sucks.
No, you got a GoBot repaint.
Oh, the Psycho. Oh God.
Yeah, you were so
yeah.
Yeah,
I ruined
that limited edition Cycleo that they did, and he is so bad. I even had to come out of my retirement just to make a shitty cell phone video that's like, this is trash, don't get it. Wait till he's on super discount somewhere, because otherwise you're getting ripped off. Yeah.
Justin was like, Plan B.
Yeah. Well, and then you had the Great Action Toys one, and then you had, was it DX9 or Unique Toys did one that was more like a Harley Davidson that turned into Psycho. Do you remember that?
That was DX9, yeah.
Yeah.
They took
and then you have the X-Transbots one, which looks great in the robot mode, but can't turn his head, and I don't know.
And then we see a plethora of photos of their Ironhide. And we've talked about Ironhide already, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We have.
Yeah. So, okay. And then Fans Toys. Fans Toys. They are showing images of their Ultra Magnus. And
I mean, it looks damn good.
It does.
I'll tell you what, though, in all fairness, if I was pinching pennies and you know, I had to watch it, I would still ask myself, is this enough of an upgrade from my Takara?
Yes, I do feel exactly the same way, and I am in that situation because I'm dealing with house issues and things like that right now. I'm like it looks damn good, but do I need to replace my Takara? You know, like my Takara looks great on the shelf. I don't think that this looks so much better on the shelf. So I'm like, all right, I have to switch it out. Like, he's not an obvious flawed character that's just sitting up there. You know,
they did a good job on that Takara.
Yeah.
Like, the biggest criticism will always be a butt flap.
Yep.
Who cares? You know?
A butt flap and articulation isn't the best.
Listen, he can hold a Matrix up in the air screaming. That's all that matters.
That's true.
But you get the White Prime.
Yeah. The White Prime, I really like the White Prime. I like the that they gave him the little like slits in the face mask and stuff. Like, I love that they differentiated him versus more than just being just a white Optimus Prime compared to Optimus.
That pelvis is like a face high on crack.
Yeah.
I don't know. That White Prime does it, you know?
Yeah,
like,
I love the White Prime. That's the one thing that I'm like, I really like this.
Oh, yeah. You don't get that with the Takara, you know?
That's the one thing that does better than Takara. I also like that they seem to have some little extra pieces that you can kind of put half the Ultra Magnus face on, or, well, he's got that face where it's half of Ultra Magnus face and half of the White Prime face underneath. And then, like,
where do you see that? Where do you see that?
Keep scrolling through. Picture 236, and then like half the chest is broken away and it's the white Optimus Prime window peeking out and stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of cool.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff they're doing here.
Are you gonna pose that on your shelf like that? Is that you're gonna have a whole shelf?
Probably not, but it's cool.
You know.
And the truck looks so clean too.
I mean, look, there are people who like the Shockwave comic cover. The comic, image. That's what it evokes, and it's great. But it pulls you in. I'll tell you that. Oh, yeah. God damn.
The truck mode is super clean.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful.
It's so clean.
It's beautiful. God damn. And we're all judging it based on its underbelly right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how can I fit my toys on it? You're all doing that. Can I fit my MP prowl on it?
Yep.
You did. Oh, God. Oh, that's good.
And let's not skip over the 2 pics that have their Optimus, or 3 pics. And Robert, you had pointed this out in our chat when these pics hit, of how the Optimus is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He's got a little bit of mold tweaks here and there, just to kind of separate him.
Yep.
And show that he does not combine. And
you cannot switch these guys out.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think you're right.
And people were wondering whether this was posed with the Takara, but it's not. It's different.
Yeah.
That is definitely their Prime.
I'm in, obviously.
Yeah, I don't want to be in, but I think I probably am. But I'm going to have to definitely get some things sold here to pick him up, because he's going to be expensive.
Justin!
Yeah.
The bathroom toilet's leaking from where it meets the floor.
Yep.
What do I do?
Justin is married to the puppet from
Yes.
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. What was that puppet's name? I can't think of it now.
Lady Elaine.
Lady Elaine.
So-
Yes, thank you.
That was call back to what Justin got. Now, Justin got a box from me, and I recall how much it made him chuckle that I sent him a box that said, I sent you the prime pen that said one golden dildo, and then I sent you another box that said, dildos.com. When other companies say don't, we say do. And then I was like, you know what? It was in a Fuck Justin chat as well. There's a Fuck Justin chat just for these events, and I was like, guys, which sticker should I go with? And it was like, a herpes test kit rush, or a penis enlargement kit, or small condoms for you. Are you sick of your condoms being like baggy? And there's a gay cruise.
Nice.
They almost got the gay cruise. You almost got the gay cruise. But I settled on the blow up doll repair kit.
Oh yeah, I appreciated it. I appreciated it for sure.
It was an 8.5 by 11 sticker on the box. It took some, cutting and pasting and everything, printing and aligning my stickers to make sure it looked like one sticker. And then I told Lisa, I was like, Justin's wife's mad at me. And she was like, really? Because she's usually the one offended. I was like, yeah, she's mad at me now. But what if the kids saw it?
Exactly.
I was thinking, that came into play. I'm like, you know what though? They think, oh, Daddy, where's your blow up doll? They don't know. They think it's a blow up doll. Meanwhile, the duct tape is fucking crossed out over the eyeball. I really hope you make that the photo for the show.
I will try to remember. I'll probably get it. Don't worry.
All right, and then we got images of the fan toys. What is that? The Bone Crusher and Scrapper.
Scavenger.
Scavenger and Bone
I
Crusher.
confuse them all the time.
It's both, I think.
Yeah,
First
we got
is
both.
Scavenger, then Bone Crusher.
You sure?
I think so.
No. It's the same guy.
Well, there's a picture of Bone Crusher in there with him in alt mode and robot mode. Just one pic. Oh, let's see. Did they put him after too?
Okay.
Yeah, see him in there?
Yeah,
He's just in like 3 pics.
I see. And then we got Ironhide and look, I think they just did this because of Keith.
They did.
If I'm honest with you though, this is one of those things that I'm like, do I need to replace my MP Ironhide? And I recognize that Ironhide is not as good as he could be, right? I have that upgrade kit that fixes his windows. I'm like, yeah, I mean fixes that fills in the gaps and stuff. I'm like, he's okay now. I don't know if I need to change him out. And then the more I look at this, I'm like, son of a bitch, I'm gonna have to change this.
He doesn't have the giant diaper. His back is super clean. You don't even see the wheels.
The fact that it even has the skid thing built into his backpack, I'm like, oh my god.
I would think a lot of how we approach our displays for the Autobots is the fault of Takara, because the MP stuff overall on a shelf looks bland.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had Prime, you had Ironhide, you had Prowl, you have the main bots, you had Bumblebee, and they looked really badass, it would elevate your shelf.
Mm-hmm.
It really would. I think, more so than Trailbreaker. I think this will be more impactful for you.
Yep. Yeah, no, I agree. So,
what about the van mode? Come on.
No, the van mode I think looks good too.
Okay.
I'm happy with it.
Seal of approval.
Yeah, this one actually like nails that Nissan Vanette look. So
next up, we got Mastermind Creations gay tapes. After that, we got the
there's
Perfection.
pretty much nothing new from here on out. Maybe the combined mode of Devastator. Did we see that?
Can I ask you this?
We have.
Okay.
Why did they? Okay, one of the tapes in the comics was already gay. So why did they do gay repaints?
So one of them is the the one with the hearts on his shoulders from Kiss Players.
Mhm.
Melody. That's from the really disturbing Kiss Players line.
Is that some gay website you subscribe to?
Yes, it should be. It might as well be. So
It was a really, really bizarre.
They were
it was
just
a
like,
very
all right.
Japan offshoot.
Okay, so they're like, okay, a tape is gay, so we're gonna go gay.
it was one level from being hentai.
Yeah, there's a comic where Tank Megatron has literally a penis tongue.
Uh-huh.
It's really bizarre. Kiss Players was, and it was like a radio show too. They had like voice actors doing this song and then a like radio show. It was very strange.
I mean, for the record, I have nothing against gay. I'm friends with Justin.
Thanks.
It's just annoying. That's all. And I
don't think either one of these are gay. I think they're both chicks.
Pink.
I think they're both chicks. I mean, they might be gay too. I don't know.
Are you assuming?
Yeah, how dare you? How dare you?
They're they tapes.
You know what? I wouldn't assume.
I mean, you flip them over and you can play them both ways.
You know what? You're a bigot.
They're tapes.
I'm canceling you.
Tapes. They're by.
This is stupid. You shouldn't have bought it, Rich.
I love the cassettes. What can I say?
You know what you love.
And I'm also gay.
All right.
Also, click that. If you click that link, you'll get the Megatron picture from Kiss Players. It's awesome.
Oh, did you send it?
I did.
Oh, it's so disturbing. And he's like going after a little girl. Let's see if this is the right pick. Or the pick I'm thinking of. Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Ew.
You see that, Robert?
Oh boy.
Did we see this
Yeah.
Devastator combined before?
Which
we
one?
did. I don't think we saw this many
MMC.
detailed pictures of it.
He
Like,
looks
I don't
weird.
think we-
I don't like him.
He looks very
Wait,
weird
I
at
don't
the
see.
top.
Okay, here we go.
His top half, like waist up, looks
It's too big.
weird.
Yeah, it's too big. It's too big compared to the bottom part of him. Like it's just
too
out of
bulky.
proportion.
I don't know.
Everything is not proportionate.
This
Yeah.
is the problem with their perfect combiner thing. It never. I haven't seen any of them. I mean, there's only 3, but they don't look right.
Mm-hmm. And then they're doing is this RID?
Baldigus or
Yeah, whatever his name
Ruination, as
Yeah.
he was called in the U.S.
Yep.
And there was a note
Balgagus.
somewhere, I think, in the panel that said this is going to be a con exclusive. So this will be 5 years of,
Great.
Sales.
or not 5 years, but it'll be 5 conventions. It looks like they're also retweaking the heads and stuff a little bit, maybe
Yeah.
to give it more of a toy look, and the chests. I don't know.
Yeah, I see the chest looks a little different.
It's stupid. Speaking of stupid, Fans Hobby,
Nothing.
Wingman,
They're just
nothing
doing
new.
a black Optimus.
Thank
Armada
God.
Optimus. So
and that's the end of the panel.
yep.
Let's see another panel.
Oh, thank God. All right, next up.
And there's dealer room pics. I don't know if you want to look through those real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
If you want. It's got some of the actual prototypes up.
Yeah, that Lio Kaiser looks good there.
Yeah, he does.
God damn it. I'm gonna have to get him eventually too. Nobody cares about
This
the
one
phone.
doesn't have. Yeah, this one doesn't have all the fans' toys stuff in the. Oh well.
And then
The
Optimus
MMC
Prime with his
Combaticons
stupid
are
Nerf gun looks dumb.
Oh yeah, his. Yeah.
Oh, that was quick.
MB-15B mini robot plus optional faceplate. And I'm just like, that minicon is atrocious. It's the worst thing that I think Fans Hobby could put out. Like, that doesn't need to be on display. Just leave it in cart mode. Thing's terrible.
Mm.
All right, what's next?
I don't know. Should we do official at this point, or should we call it a night?
Yeah, take it or leave it.
Let's
Let's see. Anything? What stands out that we should look at? There's a holiday Optimus Prime. It looks stupid. He's holding a candy cane, has a Santa hat on. That's stupid. Won't be getting that. Go back to doing the G1 Transformers. Hallmark, like, what the fuck? Are you going bankrupt too? What else?
They're only going to do the top 3 or 4 characters.
Who doesn't love a Mad Dash or Walmart exclusives that'll be available for a ridiculous price later?
Yeah. So these are the new Walmart exclusives. I don't know why I like that white Cyclonus repaint, but I kind of do.
Yeah.
It's his jowls.
I like the cannonball. I guess this might be the first time I'm seeing the red alert, kind of. I don't recall seeing red alert. So.
I think we did see a pick of red alert, but it was only like one pick.
Are all these squished and distorted, or is it just me? Because, like
No, that's the sculpt.
The lockdown
that's
is really squished too in his alt mode.
That lockdown is terrible.
Yeah,
and like they are. Yeah, it is the mold.
Okay.
It is the sculpt.
Think of it like a Lego that you didn't have to assemble.
Yeah, I think that's good.
And lockdown looks squished because that was always a super tall figure.
Yeah, and he looks stupid. Ruined lockdown.
Repaints, Lighty, of course not. Repaint, no. Repaints, no, it's okay.
Let's see.
Repaints a blaster.
Repaints, don't need repaints.
What is this? Legacy United Voyager animated Optimus? Is this animated?
So yeah, it's a prototype that somebody found that has the actual, like, if you just look at the pics real quick, it's got the face mask or the face plate.
Oh, why didn't you do that, Hasbro?
So maybe this is going to be a repaint or something. Who knows?
All right.
Or a retool or something. Who knows? And then speaking of retools and repaints, that He's Dead Jim, that's the dead Ratchet from the movie.
Yes,
literally just
I fucking wanted.
Studio Series Ratchet with a different chest and a I just shit my pants face.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of shitting your pants, what about the first look at non-transforming Transformer Premium Collectibles Optimus Prime? Let's see what this is.
Garbage. This is what was that? What was that Prime that came out? Beast Hunters Prime? This is Beast Hunters Prime.
This is like it's like a mix between that and Jetwing Optimus.
Yeah.
No, but Beast Hunters, didn't he do that? He combined
pretty
with
much,
Jetwing
yeah. His
somehow?
back of his quote unquote trailer was just like little wings that hung off the back. It was Beast Hunters
and then
Prime.
the Jetwing did it too. They had a Jetwing Prime.
Okay, hold on. Justin can barely contain his excitement for this new vinyl record to add to his display. And it's from his all-time favorite live-action Transformers movie.
Yeah.
This is fun. This was a perfect opportunity because Justin's been talking about finding this.
I've been trying to find the damn G.I. Joe one for a decent price so I can put it on the wall in my basement. So
when I saw this come up, I couldn't resist.
Yeah.
And I know how much.
It's a shame because the records actually look kind of cool. But I don't.
Well,
I know how much Justin loves, especially the older or the later Bayverse films like Age of Extinction.
Oh my god, yeah, my favorites.
Well,
it's on repeat in this house.
Rich, that was right on target. And speaking of right on target, Transformers Target crossover Optimus Prime with Possum, or is that Spot?
I love the dog. It's so stupid.
It looks like a little possum.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Like the little tape.
It's
horrible.
the
God.
Warfare Cybertron.
Oh God!
This is what's gonna happen. Is this is gonna be in the dollar spot thing at
Oh God! How many grandchildren are gonna get this Christmas? Oh God!
I know you liked him.
You like the Optimus Prime Transformer, right? It comes with a woof woofy doggy. Oh God! And you love the Target when I go to Starbucks, and you get
I
the
also
drinks.
love like this just shows like how little Hasbro cares about the trailer too. It's like,
oh my God!
The
Target delivery truck is there. You little
There's
fat
nothing
fuck.
inside. It's just blank.
You know what? This inures to the fucking stinky fatties who hunt that Target truck. They're like, oh, the Target truck is here. Get in line. Get in line.
I love too in the full alt mode where he's pulling the trailer, the truck is bigger than the trailer. Like pick 2 and 2-1.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
It's
like a legend scale trailer.
I hate the trailer.
Out of Voyager
honestly.
truck. It's so great.
Small haul. Oh boy.
His face is kind of evil looking too.
Mm-hmm.
You're all getting this for Christmas.
Oh, thank God. There's nothing I want more, Robert.
You're not. I can't beat out the stinky fatties on this one. They have the skew. They have an AI bot ready. They're gonna pull the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
All
right.
So before you click on it, how much do you think this should? Oh, the price is in the description up there. Dang it!
I didn't see it.
How much do you think?
I didn't see it.
$129.
I didn't see it.
Oh my god.
Is this considered a leader? Is this a leader?
$60.
I was gonna guess 70.
So this is basically a Voyager class figure with a shampoo bottle plastic trailer. I'm assuming it's the same trailer that came with the leader class.
Yeah.
Earthrise Optimus. And then it's a little tiny cassette. It's not even like a G1 cassette size. It's smaller.
All right.
Anyway.
Merry Christmas. Next up and last up, most importantly, listen, guys. It's now 5 a.m. All right.
We got to wrap this up and get to work.
Justin has to log in.
What the fuck is this?
Rich.
This is like Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime meets Mortal Kombat.
Wait, freaky, creepy, kinky, cool Optimus Primal roleplay mask.
By roleplay, you mean wear this to bed when you're with your wife?
This is like Rise of the Beast Gimp mask.
Oh my god.
What really sells it is the bottom 2 pics where it's like clearly somebody in a shirt, like it's somebody actually wearing it. It just looks so
with a collar.
With a collar, yeah. And I love too that if you look at it,
Rich
the mouth
just texted me. Why do you think he's Mexican, Rich? Wait, why does he have interchangeable lips?
No, that's a panel that covers it. Like, it's totally a gimp mask. Instead of a ball gag, it just changes to a faceplate.
So it comes with like face paint to like paint your lips black.
No, it has like molded in lips.
So you can give like a blowjob to your prime face.
I mean, I guess if that's
Rich.
Guess so.
Rich, how do you find this stuff, Rich? What did this Eru Zeiss posted? Giga Chad Primal. Okay. All right. Well, on that disturbing note, we are going to call it a night. It is now 5:45 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Justin has to log in and just go to sleep while people argue about various things to him. Rich has various scoops of kitty litter to scoop up with his blue repaint of the DX9 Gabriel. And I need to go to bed.
Yep, we all need to go to bed.
All right. Well, if Oscar was here, he'd do a better job. But did we get any questions? Justin, can you check real quick?
We have not.
You're lying. You didn't even check.
I didn't check it today, but I checked it like the other day, and we didn't have any questions. So unless you sent me one, then we didn't have any questions.
Just
Robert.
check. Just check. Just check.
No, go fuck yourself.
Okay. Rich, can you check?
I don't have the login.
Yes, you do.
You're such a bad liar, Rich. Rich, you're the worst liar ever.
All right, let me check. It's the same login for everything, Rich, so you have the login.
I don't have any of the logins.
We don't have any questions. What are you talking about, Robert?
For the listeners, there's a login, okay? And Justin holds the login like Indiana Jones clutches a glowing golden globe that he's running away with, from a fucking boulder crashing down on him. And every time the login changes, we all get it. We all log in. We all forget it. None of us save it. And then we all lose the login. And then lo and behold, he is like Shelob from Lord of the Rings, fucking with his pincers down in our faces when we need to log in, and he won't tell us to log in.
You just fucking search password in our chat and you'll find
Too many. All right, so we have no listener questions. Listener, if you don't send us a fucking question, we're going to check in the beginning of the show. And if you don't send a question, we're not going to do a show. Suck it. Send a question. Okay? We need a question. Thank you.
Actually, Oscar's the one that changed it last. I don't know if that's the current password or not, so I don't know. But if you look up password in the chat, you'll see it, and it says Oscar changed it. So
Show's over. Suck our balls.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.